The trial of a Florida school shooter expect to visit the high school where the massacre occurred.
The 12 jurors and 10 alternates will be bused today to Parkland's Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, where Nicholas Cruz killed 14 students and 3 staff members 4 years ago. The building has been sealed and surrounded by a chain-link fence, and rooms inside the 3-story building are still blood-spattered with bullet holes. Prosecutors are hoping the visit will help prove that the former Stoneman Douglas students' actions were cold, calculated, heinous, and cruel. The 23-year-old Cruz pleaded guilty in October to 17 counts of first-degree murder. This trial is only to decide whether he's sentenced to death or life without parole. I'm Donna Warder.
The Bank of England predicting the UK's economy will enter a recession at the end of the year. And the bank has hiked interest rates by the largest amount in more than 27 years in a bid to tame raging inflation. News and analysis at townhall.com. The Rio Grande ran dry in Albuquerque last week. First time that's happened in 4 decades.
With it went critical habitat of the endangered Rio Grande silvery minnow, a shimmery pinky-sized fish native to North America's 5th longest river. Summer storms have made the river wet again, but experts warn the drying this far north is a sign of an increasingly fragile water supply, and that current conservation measures may not be enough to save the minnow and still provide water to nearby farms, backyards, and parks. John Scott reporting.
AAA is out with its daily gas price report, and today the Auto Club has a national average for regular just under $4.14 a gallon. Prices at the pump continue drifting lower on weaker demand for gasoline. Once again on Wall Street this hour, the Dow futures up 35 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy first day of school, everybody.
Yep.
Happy Thursday.
Welcome back to day drinking, parents.
Yes, happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to your first day of school for the kiddos in the 2022-2023 school year.
You know what? It's hard to say. I've been struggling with it this whole year. The other day, I was like, the 2022 the summer season is drawing to a... Screw it. We're just going with the summer season.
That's right.
Because it just doesn't sound right. There's too many T's. It's very T heavy in 2022.
Yeah, I got to get,
2023 is not looking very promising either.
Yeah.
2024 is going to roll right off.
Yeah. 2030.
Yeah, 2030. So I like 2030. 2033, I feel like I'm good with.
It's 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
Well, happy Thursday.
Yes.
It is the first day of school, which means the school zones are going to be lighting all back up.
Watch your speed.
They're going to be kids in said school zones. Yep. Walking, getting ready for school.
Please
which
be
means
aware.
Slow down, drive, especially those in neighborhoods and everything. Keep your head on a swivel.
You know what else it means? You go to any school in town today, you are going to see the pinnacle the absolute best that parents and teachers have to offer. Everybody's got a full backpack full of supplies.
Yeah.
Every kid looks their absolute best with pristine, fresh clothes that they haven't been allowed to wear the entire summer because those are back to school clothes. Brand new shoes. Every teacher's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. You're going to get the best and the brightest out of every student today. And all they're doing is handing out syllabi.
It's all downhill after that.
It's all down, because I remember the last day of school. You're like, she's going into school with like shoes that have a hole in the toe. It's like, just get through today, man. Let's just get through today.
Well, and
we'll
hit
the reset button next year.
You have a child at the age where school is still fun to go to.
Yeah, that's true. It was exciting. It was actually kind of cool. She woke up this morning, and instead of getting a because she had to go to mom's house or grandma's house, it was yay. She literally, first thing she said was yay.
Yeah.
So she's excited.
Good.
She likes school.
Well, in all fairness, if I know that like you were telling yesterday, you had the open house, and like your teacher gets into the sumo stance to go get receive the big hug.
I'm telling you, if
someone's waiting for me at a place to do get down and go give me a hug, I'll be like, all right, let's go.
If I was walking into a place where I could walk down the hall and in my head, "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees is playing, because I'm just like, hey, how you doing? Hey, Miss Thompson, how's it going?
Yeah.
Like, she's like a celebrity in that hallway. And then chicken and waffles for lunch.
Yeah, she's just walking. You can't dance.
Yeah,
the strut. No time to talk. She's just BGing it up.
Exactly. And then Hunter starts pre-K next week.
Oh, cool.
So
is he excited?
He's pretty stoked. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gonna make some new friends. Does that mean you got more play dates?
He's really, really good at making friends. Weirdly, and I pointed this out to Misty yesterday when we went to the splash pad. He's weirdly good at making female friends.
Oh, he's a player.
I don't know about that. I think it's different. I think he's like me.
Okay.
He's just more comfortable around females than he is around dudes.
Okay.
I think he's gonna have a lot of like female friends. I'm not trying to curse him to a future like mine. I kind of see that. Like, for some reason, he gravitates towards young females, and females gravitate towards him.
Okay.
He also has a killer smile.
Good for him.
So, you know.
Well, teach him a sport or something so he can, enhance that.
Yeah.
Because teach him guitar.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He needs an instrument.
Yeah, he needs to learn to play guitar. Learn young. That way you can, even if they, you can't be in a band or nothing, he starts swooning with the ladies and he pulls out a guitar. Just saying.
Learn him young. Then get him to Hollywood. Then who's paying the bills? Hollywood kid.
America's Got Talent. You throw him on there. Can he blow a whistle through his nose or something? Maybe we can get him on America.
I mean, he's my kid. He does know weird talents, I'm sure.
We'll work on that.
You gotta
That's right. Little juice harp off his...
Learn how to play the nose harp.
Well, my point was happy first day of school,
That's
everybody.
All we really
That's what we're trying to say. But be careful out there this morning, and it's a new season. Got rain last night.
Oh, it was so nice.
Yeah, nice little rain. Although Roy said the south end didn't get as much.
Really?
He said it was a little lighter there.
Oh, what a bummer.
We got several waves of rain.
Yeah, it was
last night.
It was coming in waves. It was kind of nice.
Yeah, because I remember I think around 7:30 I started hearing thunder. And then I think I heard some rain in that 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then pretty much till about 10:30 or so, it was still kind of raining. That's when I fell asleep around then. And then I don't remember what happened much after that. But
kind of blacked out.
Yeah. And so, you know what? I saw, maybe we can talk a little bit about it next hour, but I saw all of Stranger Things. I'm officially caught up with everybody else.
Yeah, we definitely need to run things down. And I think at this point, we can dive into kind of what's next relatively spoiler-free. Okay.
Well, we'll spend a few minutes in the 8 o'clock, so we do have an interview, and I'll get the rundown here in a second that we're going to play during that hour. So, maybe a little bit. I don't want to be a jerk and spoil everything for people, because there might be some people like me that are in season 3 and they're still wanting it. They just haven't watched it in a while, and I don't want to ruin it for them.
Right.
Maybe.
That's what really sucks about like the zeitgeist of society that we live in.
Yeah.
Is you're like, oh, finally you're finished and we can talk. No, we can't talk.
Yeah, you ruin it.
Dang it.
And you're a jerk if you do that. and most time I don't care if I'm a jerk, but sometimes I do.
I even said, I was like, we'll save it for the show. And then I realized during the show, we can't use it during the show.
Yeah.
Dang it.
One day.
That's fine.
We'll do a spoilers podcast. Let me give you the rundown
Yes.
for today's show. Here in just a few minutes, we're going to have joining us from Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge, Steve Alvarez, and then, of course, Don with Weld with the Friends of Bitter Lake, and we'll get an update from them.
They're friends.
In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, we're going to replay our interview. Nook joined us earlier this week from Asian Market, came back to give us an update. She just got back from Thailand, and we ate hot chilies, which weren't that hot, but they had some heat.
I feel like.
And we had some delicious dessert treats. So yeah, the Pocky, whatever they're called.
I can't help but feel like that was almost on purpose. That Nook brought in the subversive chili. Because it was not that hot when you ate it.
Right.
But I got to tell you, for literally like a day and a half now, it has been a painful experience.
Well, in all fairness, he's been eating that jar.
Yeah,
He's been going mouthfuls at a time of that jar.
It's delicious. I can't stop eating it, but it's destroying my insides. The term fire hole has become my go-to.
Oh man, now I can just think of this is the back to the Vans Warped Tour days. There was a band called Orange 9mm, and they had a song called Fire in the Hole.
Fire in the Hole.
And that was their one hit,
I got that term literally from the show American Dad. He was talking about, he goes to this burrito place in California. He said it's insane. They inject a squirt of sour cream into every bean. He goes, you get fire hole pretty bad, but it's really awesome. Or it's totally worth it. That's what it is. But it's totally worth it.
By the way, real quick, I'm sure it's in your prep stuff. Apparently, Applebee's has like lip gloss now
that are flavored like their sauces.
Their wing sauces.
Hey, baby, why don't you put on that Bourbon Street steak and get over here?
I'm just like, is that buffalo?
Is that orange chicken?
I don't know. That seems a bit not right.
Well, this is what happens when corporate synergy goes too far.
Where'd you get your lip gloss? Applebee's.
Applebee's. We're getting fancy like.
I'm kissing good in the neighborhood. All right, it is 7:15. Let's see if we got more rain coming. Here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Another hot go of it for today, folks, with that high temperature making its way to about 100 or just above. We do have a chance for some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms primarily through the afternoon and evening. And then partly cloudy as the night goes on, or overnight low to mid-70s. Any of those storms may produce some heavier rain. Limited rain on Friday, lots of sunshine coming in, highs upper 90s to near 100. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
I didn't finish my rundown either after I got done with Nook. Nook's we're going to replay the interview. But then in the 9 o'clock hour, I got wrapped up. Alan Getty is going to be joining us. Of course, many know him, school board, when he was on school board, Grace Community Church pastor. But he also has authored a book, and it is available for everybody in the masses on Amazon and everything. So we're going to have Alan join us in the 9 o'clock hour and talk about his new book. So I forgot to mention that in the rundown. My apologies. Partly cloudy and 75 currently here in Roswell. Humidity is at 69% with winds out of the north at 12 miles per hour. 20% chance for some monsoon rains this afternoon. They do say some of these storms could produce heavy rain if we get some. Mostly sunny otherwise with a high near 100 today. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, we're looking at a 30% chance at showers and thunderstorms. They're saying mainly before 10 p.m. Once again, they throw in the caveat that some of these storms could produce some heavy rainfall. Mostly cloudy and 72 for an overnight low with southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, mostly sunny and hot, high of 99, winds out of the north 5 to 10. Looking at the weekend, Saturday, mostly sunny, high near 99, south winds 5 to 10. Sunday, a 20% chance of showers. They say mainly after 7, so probably early morning showers chances there. Otherwise, mostly sunny for the day with a high of 97. 20% chance of rain Sunday night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 72. And then when you head back to work and school on Monday, 30% chance of showers, mostly sunny, 95 for a high. So it looks like next week, there's rain chances pretty much all of next week right now. Granted, it is Thursday, and that'll change some, but they're talking, looks like around Tuesday, we're looking like 40% chances there. But the other thing I've noticed, no 100s. It's all like 95, 94, 95. So maybe, just maybe, the respite's starting to crack and just come a little bit there and start to cool just a smidge. Maybe, just maybe. All right, it is 7:18. We're going to take a quick commercial break here, and then on the other side, we're going to have the folks from Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge join us. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Find your path to a greater future at Eastern New Mexico University. With degrees offered both on campus and online, ENMU has the flexibility that you're looking for, and with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, New Mexico residents can now start, continue, or finish their bachelor's degree tuition-free at ENMU. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact.
Well, the biting bugs and the ferocious flyers are out in force, and if you don't take care of them now, you'll be swatting and scratching all summer. Makes me itchy just thinking about it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Whether it's keeping the fleas and ticks off your animals or keeping the flies and mosquitoes away from your barbecue, you gotta use the right stuff, and you gotta do it at the right time. So come see us now at Roswell Seed Company, and don't let the bugs tick you off. Get it? Tick.
Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing here, and I can tell you it's not always easy being a female in a male-dominated business like roofing. I remember one time I was at a meeting to bid on the roof for a local college, and it was me and 13 men. Well, I won that bid, and I'd like to win your business too. My dad was a contractor, and I've been around building and roofing my whole life. I'm licensed and bonded, and I've forgotten more about roofing than most roofers ever knew in the first place. But what really sets Trustmark apart is an obsessive attention to detail that ensures that everything goes smoothly the first time. I promise we will treat you right with respect, and we will make you happy. So yeah, it might be a bit odd for a woman to own a roofing company, but give us a try. Let us give you an estimate for your roof. I think you'll be glad you called. For all your roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. That's because men are 6 times more likely to wear a tinfoil hat in a thunderstorm. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge, Steve Alvarez is joining us here, and of course with Friends of Bitter Lake, Don Weld. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Mike.
How's everybody doing today?
Great.
Good. Yeah. So for folks that are, if you're not, Don is with the volunteer group, the Friends of Bitter Lake, and they're the ones that run events and help with service projects and things like that. Where Steve, he's the official that comes in as actually like the park ranger, the person that is there to make sure that the refuge is doing refuge things. So.
That's correct.
So how's life out at the refuge this morning?
It's been hot and dry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. Well, did you get any moisture last night?
I don't know. I'm checking.
That's right. You haven't probably been out to the refuge.
I haven't been to work yet, so I'm going to head out there.
Hopefully. Well, what I'm hearing is it looks like the south end got a little less.
Yes, I got some.
Did you? And then we got I'm down by the hospital, down by Eastern, and that was pretty good down, north downtown there area. So I'm thinking, logic-wise, Bitter Lake probably got some good moisture out there based on what people reporting their rain totals and things.
There
like
was
that.
a lot of lightning out in that direction.
We were actually talking about me and the boss were talking about how dry it was. Just yesterday. So we were hoping for rain. So when I get back in there today, we'll make sure we have some.
I know they worry about it up in the mountains with wildfires and things, but does lightning become an issue out at the refuge as far as dryness goes?
We can have fires.
Okay.
By lightning. We've got a fire crew out there, and they're
just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Okay, but that is an issue that is of concern from time to time.
Yeah, from time to time.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were at that dry yet. Where we were like worrying about that potential.
Things can light up right now.
Yeah.
So.
Which is a good time to remind folks that when we think of our recreational areas here in Roswell, sometimes people confuse bottomless lakes with Bitter Lake, and we want to, make that delineation that bottomless lakes is the place where you go swimming and boating and have fun and state park recreating. Bottomless lakes is a wild bottomless lake. That's the other problem. is that it is a wildlife refuge. It's there as a think of it as a pilot flying J for our wildlife. That's kind of what that's my short answer for what Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge is. It is a rest stop for our migratory wildlife.
That's one of the main functions of the place.
But we are about a month away now.
Yeah,
pretty close.
Pretty close.
It seems like 5-6 weeks.
Yeah, we've been talking like it's way on the other side of the summer, but guess what? Yeah. Kids go back to school today. It's right around the corner.
Fall's coming, even though my wife and I were talking about temperatures. It's hot right now, but we can kind of feel that things are starting to change.
Well, and I was looking at next week's forecast, and there's some rain chances. It looks like as of right now, they're talking like 20, 30, 40% chance of rain, depending on the day next week.
Yeah. Good.
But, how all of our highs today are like 100. Next week they're like 95.
Yeah.
So I think... Maybe we're starting to just
go down to the fall.
It's not fall, but maybe just like smell a little fall in the air. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, in the fall we might get down to 85.
That's right. The cool fall 80s. But what this means is Dragonfly Festival is that time of year again. It's always right around around September 10th, time frame.
Exactly.
And this year it's on September 10th.
Weekend after Labor Day is always we do it.
Yeah, it's always that first weekend right after Labor Day here, and it's really 3 days. It's 2.5 days, I guess you could say. One big day and 2.5 days,
and a couple of little things on Friday and Sunday.
Saturday's the big come on, come all, and then Friday night there's some stuff, and then Sunday there's some tours and things.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because first of all, I just want to tell you is we haven't done this for 2 years because of COVID.
Yeah, this is the first time it's
back in business again, so we're excited about it and
full throttle.
Throttle. Where our friends group, our volunteers, our staff, it's on the focus. There,
so I imagine a lot of people are excited to come back out.
Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of calls. We're getting people asking us about the festival all the time. So
good.
And you did mention the other days. Friday, make sure everybody knows that we have a event at 6:30 on September the 9th, Friday, and it's a lady, Laura McCain. She did this program before. It's Birds of Prey.
Okay.
And she brings live birds to the program.
Okay.
And she's an excellent speaker, and she's a teacher, but she does this on the side.
Cool.
And we've gotten a lot of good compliments.
Nice. Good deal.
So what you do is first come, first serve. We have about 50 people that we can accommodate in our visitor center. So, again, that'll be on Friday, September the 9th.
Okay.
6:30.
6:30 p.m.
I would recommend probably be there 5:45, 6 o'clock so you can get a seat.
Good. Well, that way get there early. You can walk around the gift shop in the visitor center there and do a little shopping and visiting and walk around the property there for a few minutes and then get your spot for the presentation at 6:30.
And it's still surprising that there's several people who have never been to the visitor center. The visitor center is a really nice facility, good exhibits and stuff. So
it is an oasis in the desert. That's what we, when we talk about the rest stop and all that. But it legitimately is back in the Looney Tunes days when you watch the cartoons and you see the little tropical spot in the middle of the desert. Yeah, Bugs Bunny sitting there. That's a real life version of that. So
you got it.
What it is. So if you've never been out there, come experience it. It's yes. The goal one is a place for our wildlife preservation. All of that. That's priority one. But we want it there for our generations of you and your kids.
We want
and
the
your
American
kids.
public to enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah, to come and see and walk and hike the trails and observe nature and not disturb nature. If that makes that's what it's all about there. So, but So we'd love to come out and see the visitor center. Use the Dragonfly Festival as an excuse to come out and explore Bitter Lake if you've never been out there before.
Yeah, because you'll learn a lot. There's a lot of different speakers that will the guides will take you out to look at the dragonflies. That's probably our most popular tour.
Yeah.
We started taking tours August 1st. So if you want to go ahead and make a reservation for these tours, you want to call phone number 575-625-4011.
Okay.
Or you can contact us at 575-244-6256.
Okay.
You need to make reservations for the tours, driving tours. But if you don't get a tour, there's still plenty of stuff to do on Saturday.
Yeah.
So.
The tours are completely free, but I will warn you, 2 years ago, the last time we did one of these, and years prior, they're very popular. They sign up and fill up fast, especially certain times that are kind of more popular than others. So if you have a narrow window or you want to guarantee that you get a tour, please get on or call the numbers this week and get that lined up. That way you've got you're guaranteed your spot. But now don't remember, it doesn't cost anything, but you do need to RSVP to secure a spot on the tour.
And we do have information online. You can look up Bitter Lake National Wildlife Refuge, our main site. You can look up also Friends of Bitter Lake National Wildlife Refuge, and they'll have this stuff on there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they got. Can you do reservations on the Friends of Bitter Lake?
It'll have the schedule events. And also just information about the
and I can give you a quick, basically the Dragonfly tours on Saturday, it's on the hours, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 2 o'clock. Each tour lasts about an hour and a half.
Correct.
They also have the wildlife tour.
Correct.
And that kind of takes you to a different part of
our wildlife biologist will give you a tour and talk about the management of the refuge.
Okay.
Talk about what kind of it'll focus more on the wildlife.
Okay.
Where the Dragonfly tours, we get 4 guides that are experts on dragonflies, and you guys out there literally go out and catch them with a net. And then they bring them up
so
closer.
It's all things dragonfly,
Yes,
where the
for
wildlife
that one.
covers the other
The
stuff.
other stuff.
Gotcha.
Correct.
All the other thousands of plant life and species that call that place home there. So.
Exactly.
But there's tours available for that too on Saturday. Again, those are about an hour and a half as well. 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12:45 p.m., and 3 p.m.
Correct.
Now, Saturday is a little bit hairy for you, a little
Saturday
busy.
is because they do get booked up. We offered the public an opportunity to go on Sunday.
Yeah.
But there's no exhibits.
It's just the tours.
It's low-key. It's just the tours. And only the Dragonfly tours.
Okay.
So,
And that's just for those that didn't get on the Saturday tour.
and they want to go. The guides.
So if they fill up there on Saturday, and you can sign up on for the Sunday tours.
Correct.
Again, same length, 9 o'clock, 10 a.m., 10 a.m., and noon on Sunday.
Yeah, there's just 3 of them, but it's still, like I said, we'll get some of them we get full because people are still talking to the guys and they want to learn about dragonflies.
Well, and that's
the
idea is we want you to get interested and excited about that. So
a big thing too is we've done a lot of promotion for kids, a lot of kid activities.
Yeah.
We have a arts and craft area where they're working on arts and craft right now. The volunteers, it could be making a little dragonfly or a bird feeder or whatever. But that goes on. It basically most of the events on Saturday start from 9 to 4.
Okay, so if you want to come out and participate in all the different activities and booths and things that are going to be there, 9 to 4 is going to be all that time.
Yeah, so the kids can go out there, do some arts and crafts. We want to thank Game and Fish Department here in Roswell. They've been very helpful, and they partner up with us. They bring a fishing pole where the kids can actually catch either trout or catfish.
So they do bring the pool out to the refuge? I've seen it at other places. I didn't know if they brought it up to the
bring that there. There'll be archery range for the kids to shoot.
Great.
Are you going to do the BB gun this year?
I think they'll have that too, the BB gun deal. So
for you outdoorsmen out there or outdoors people in training here with the kids and when I experience some of that?
Mostly for the kids.
We have live exhibits, Dexter Hatchery, the research center we'll bring up some endangered fish for people to see.
Oh, cool.
They'll be in the visitor center. Several of our exhibitors will have live displays of certain animals.
So really, it's like a peel back of the curtain of the wildlife in our area, and you get to learn and see and hands-on and get involved with it.
And this is so close to Roswell.
It is.
There are not many refuges in the country that are this well situated to a community like Roswell.
Yeah,
so it's good. It's good. Yeah, he's right.
It is. It's. I'm telling you, for folks who've never been out there, it's a whole different world.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a whole. And for all those folks that always talk about nothing to do in town, and this is, I was like, you're just not looking hard enough. The Bitter Lake and this. We're just talking dragonfly because that's the big event, but all year round there's stuff going on.
The fall seasons are really good. If you get there in October, we get over 25,000 cranes.
Yeah, that'll be coming up right after
snow geese.
dragonfly.
Yeah, the big migration is a good, and it's really cool to see it early in the morning or in the evening.
Yeah.
Did you mention the early bird tour?
No, we need to talk about the early bird tour. I missed that one. I skipped
That's at
it.
6:30.
Yeah,
it's an early.
Yes,
but
and it's on birds,
and it's a 2-hour. It's a 2-hour tour.
Okay,
we get lost on Gilligan's Island and all.
Oh, cool. So if you're a bird lover or want to see some of the bird wildlife that call the refuge home,
we've got two of our volunteers that are like expert birders. They'll take you out into closed areas where we normally don't allow the public, and they drive around and basically bird watch.
There's only one tour, so. That's going to fill up.
One vehicle, one 15-passenger
and
van.
that's Saturday morning, 6:30, 6:30, 8:30 Saturday morning.
And you got to sign up for that too.
Yeah.
So,
but you get a burrito, you'll be all right. Get a burrito in,
Feed part of it to the animals when you're out there.
Yeah. Don't do that. Steve's like, no. No, consume the burrito yourself.
That's right. You got it.
Hey, the other thing we want to push to is, which was popular. We did it 1 year. Is it 2 or 1 year, Don? I think 1 year. We released monarch butterflies.
Oh, yeah.
We have 200 monarch butterflies that are coming in from a breeder, and we let the kids. We'll have 3 stations on the refuge where kids will be assigned where to go, and it's more of a photo op with the parents, and the kid gets to put a monarch butterfly on its finger, get to hold it, and then they just release it. The monarch has a little tag on it, and it'll tell
They
us.
can track it?
Yeah, the
Okay.
migration. They can actually get online to track it where any information is, where it's at.
Wow.
So, but yeah, it's pretty cool to see. The kids love it.
That is cool.
Close, so yeah,
Just out of curiosity, did they track some of the past ones?
They have, but I haven't heard much information.
Okay, I was just
on
curious,
it.
how far do they get? Do they end up in a different state or something?
They'll go. The monarchs, their migration path is all the way from from Canada, going down all the way to Mexico. Wow. But it's
I can
not
see
that,
birds doing it, but why butterflies?
But the thing about monarchs is they don't do individual. It's generations. What they do is they go down. They lay their eggs. The eggs hatch, and then that group of butterflies will start heading south until they go all the way to Mexico.
So it's really that hive mentality of we're surviving the species.
Correct, just generations.
You're just going here, and then your mission's done, and they expire, and then the next generation moves to the next town, basically. Yeah, exactly. I gotcha. Okay.
And over the years, their population has been dwindling. Pesticides, loss of habitat. So they're being considered at putting on the endangered species list, which shocked me. I was like,
which is probably why you're seeing programs like this at the refuge to have releases and getting more monarch butterflies back into the population and start the hive moving forward again on the migratory path.
And you can help out too by if you plant milkweed or plants in your garden that produce nectar that the monarchs.
Yeah. Okay.
There's specific plants for butterflies, but monarchs are definitely attracted to milkweed.
This is where my science class failed me. Are they pollinators like a bee would be or whatever?
They can be. Yeah.
Okay.
They'll put their I don't even know what you call it. They're
proboscis.
They'll put it in the flower and then it gets the pollen on.
Good
there.
deal. So they do serve well to our community.
They
do. And that's just it. I know we all have our creepy crawlies or certain things where you're like, ooh, why are they here and all that. But every species has a role in the ecosystem, and it's a beautiful machine when you see it all in action.
It is. It's all together, tied in. So let me not forget to let you know how you go about getting on a list for letting your child let a butterfly loose.
Okay.
What you need to do is you go to the visitor center.
Okay.
And we're handing out basically 200 tickets.
Okay.
You get a ticket, hold on to that ticket, and then on Saturday, the September 10th day, at 12 o'clock.
High noon
is when we'll release them.
Okay.
We'll have 3 spots. We'll send you to those, and then you just take your child, wait in line, and then you can have a photo op with the butterflies. So.
Do they release them like at this? Of course, they're butterflies. They kind of do what they do, but I didn't know if like they all come and there's like this photo moment of 50 butterflies going up at once.
You'll see several around, flying around, and you'll see several of them after the festival. They'll be hanging around the refuge. What's kind of funny is the kids. You'll get small kids and older kids, and sometimes they barely put the butterfly on the finger. The thing takes off like in a second.
He's like, I'm out.
And other times it'll hang on the finger and they try to shake it off.
Some are probably like, it's pretty. I got everything I need right here. I'm good. And others like, no, I'm out.
So, but it's real cool. So again, come on Saturday. You can come anytime. You can come today or the rest of the time before the Dragonfly Festival to get your tickets.
Yeah.
The center's open from 9 o'clock to 4, and we're ready for your arrival.
Yeah, come out this weekend and walk and see things and what's going on out there. And while you're at, you can get your tickets, sign up for some of the tours and things, and get you ready when you come back here on September 10th for the Dragonfly Festival.
There you go.
On Saturday, we also have some speakers. We have at 11 o'clock, we have a guy who's expert on bats of New Mexico.
Okay.
So I think he even brings a couple of live ones. He's done a good presentation in the past.
Good.
So that's at 11 o'clock. Right now, we don't know yet. We're confirming to have a guy who's a really good photographer. He's taken a lot of pictures of Bitter Lake, and he's offered to go ahead and
share the gallery.
Yeah, share the gallery.
Cool.
And that would be at 1 o'clock, and basically he's just going to show you how, and he's going to tell you techniques of photography.
Cool.
So 1 o'clock,
and that might be an opportunity for some folks to see if this is their first time out Bitter Lake. Maybe see some photographs of other seasons.
Oh yeah.
You're seeing kind of the late summer, fall. Beginning of fall time, but Bitter Lake looks different in the spring than it does in the fall, and the winter it looks different than it does in the summer.
We have an orientation film that was done by some freelancers that did films for National Geographics, and when they came here, they were just amazed at a variety of wildlife. They did not normally people will contract out for a film for a visitor center. It might last for 2-3 weeks. They stayed here for a year.
Wow.
They volunteered because they loved. They had so
for
many
people
subjects.
that do this for a living, love this place more than or just found it at a home and ended up calling it home for a lot longer than they usually do.
And these two photographers, as a husband and wife team, they've been all over the country, all over the world, filming different resource stuff, and they were just like I said, they were amazed about Bitter Lake's resource.
Cool.
So
that's cool, and it's right in your own backyard here. So come out to if you've never been out to Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge, I'd say come out before the Dragonfly. But if your time doesn't allot, make the Dragonfly Festival, this year's Dragonfly Festival, your first experience out at Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge. Don't forget, like you said, there's going to be all kinds of crafts. There's going to be fun for the kids. There's going to be also lots of other stuff here. And don't forget the tours. Sign up for the tours. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, but you need to pre-sign up. Call one of these two numbers to get an early bird tour time or a dragonfly tour time or a wildlife tour time. The phone numbers you can call is 575-625-4011. Again, that's 575-625-4011 or 575-244-6256. Again, 575-244-6256. And don't forget, they'll be doing those plus at 11 and 2, they'll have the live bird and bat programs out there on Saturday.
Correct.
They're going to have the kids' fishing pool, the arts and crafts, a scavenger hunt for the kids, all kinds of family fun. Usually some nonprofits have a few things set up out there,
Yeah.
little tables and things.
We'll have
right?
a big exhibit tent with a variety, probably about 12, 15 people. There's
Yeah.
some vendors there. You want some stuff for Christmas.
Or scouts can be doing like hot
the
dogs or
scouts
something.
will be back again.
Okay, good.
They're going to be serving. Well, it's a fundraiser for them, and
Yeah.
you'll be purchasing either hot dogs or hamburgers.
Good deal. So you can come hungry and eat it there, and they got you covered.
The other thing too is we have a table exhibit with the Friends of Bitter Lake.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely interested in members that want to sign up to help the refuge.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't for the Friends of Bitter Lake, we would not be able to do this Dragonfly Festival and other things we do throughout the year. So if you want to help the refuge, you may want to join the Friends group, and there's a table where you can sign up there.
Excellent. Yeah, and Don can tell you a bit more, but basically the Friends of Bitter Lake, they are the volunteers. They're the ones that plan events like this and kind of are the manpower and the making these events like this go. I mean, Steve does a lot of planning on this too, but he helped the Friends help that make it happen. Also, they're the ones that help out and pitch in with conservation projects and various things that are going on out at the refuge. If there's some trails that need to be fixed up, or if there's some wildlife mitigation, because half the battle is keeping the stuff that isn't native to this area out of that area.
That's correct.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of that wildlife management that's going on there to keep the native and the non-native out.
That's right.
And usually plants and stuff, but sometimes animal life, but mostly it's plant life and things. But yeah, some plants and things that were brought from other continents that are very hardy here tend to sometimes crowd out the things that that call this home or things like that. So the Friends do a lot of that too, but there is perks to it, right? To being a friend. I mean, you get to if you love the nature and outdoors, you get to see parts of the refuge that the general public doesn't get access to. There's perks to being a friend, right?
Yep.
Yes, there are.
Good deal.
We're going to be that wildlife tour, that early bird tour. We're going to be looking at doing those for members.
Okay.
It's something we have to work out, but we're looking to get
like a special just for
special
friends,
tours
wildlife
for members.
tour.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Also, we're going to be doing our drawing every year. We have a big drawing. We have this queen size quilt that's got dragonflies all over.
Oh, cool!
Not live ones, of course.
And there's some folks that make these every year.
Yes,
for you guys,
these are
right?
handmade. Well, she has moved from this area, but she's still graciously.
Well, it's one lady doing it.
Yes.
I thought there was a collective group that was helping.
Susie
Yeah.
Flint.
Okay.
I
thought it was like a little quilting circle that kind of.
Well, we had some other quilters before she came on.
Oh, okay.
But we've had it going on for several years.
It's been a tradition now.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, there's a hanging, a wall hanging that's dragonfly.
Okay.
And we
Is
got
it
a couple
quilted, wall hanging?
It's also a quilted
Nice.
wall hanging with dragonflies, and we got a duck painting. We found out that we thought this was a print. Turns out it's an actual painting.
Okay.
And it's been valued at about $350.
Okay. And so you're going to be giving that away?
That
or
is part of the drawing.
Okay.
And then we've got we got some wildlife binoculars. They have a night vision on them.
Oh, not the El Cheapo ones you get, like-
it's still not it's not the $1,000 ones, but they're pretty.
You're not
good.
going to see, Uranus on this thing. You're just going to see good stuff here.
These are pretty good. And there's a bunch of big gift cards from local merchants around the area.
Cool.
So,
But a good pair of binoculars. I'm just talking because when I was a kid, all my binoculars like those ones that you get that come with a little spyglass and a badge or something.
Yeah.
Those are the only binoculars I ever had.
If you want tickets for this, we'll sell them at the festival, of course. But I'm going to be every Saturday. I'm going to be out at Farmers Market.
The Farmer and Garden Market, Main Street's
I'm there every Saturday. You'll see the American Legion.
He's manning two booths out there. He bounces back and forth between American Legion and Friends of Bitter Lake.
Conglomerate there together. Bitter Lake and also Alzheimer's.
Three booths. I'm sorry.
I do them all there. Yeah. So
I sure changed.
And I'll have tickets for the drawing.
Awesome. Very good. But and get your tickets and again, now's the time to sign up for the tours.
I would recommend if you want to learn more about the refuge and things we've been doing. The Friends do a quarterly newsletter. Okay. And the newsletter, they can download it from the Friends of Bitter Lake website. Okay. So, and it tells you about activities. We got a new biologist, a little bit background about him. And
nice.
Friendsofbitterlake.org.
Very good. That's the website, www.friendsofbitterlake.org, all one word, and you can go there and you can see what the Friends do, learn more about the Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge and everything that's there.
And they got the schedule too for the
and the schedule for of events and everything for the Dragonfly Festival, the tour times. But again, if to sign up for the tours, and now's the time. Don't wait until September. Do it right now.
Do it now.
This week. The earlier the better, especially if you've got a narrow window when you're available to do a tour. You might want to get that secured right now. Again, call 575-625-4011 or 575-244-6256. Either of those two numbers, call and reserve your time for either the early bird tour on Saturday morning at 6:30, the hourly Dragonfly tours on Saturday, and bi-hourly, or every 2 hours wildlife tours there. And don't forget, there is a few Dragonfly tours available on Sunday as an overflow here.
Right.
So, but if you want to do any of that, the reservations went hot August 1, and so get it fast and furious. So
that's some of our sponsors to date.
Okay. Go ahead and say them.
Ken and Alice Smith Foundation, they donate to us every year.
Cool.
Keys Drilling gave us some money this year. Rotary Club has helped out tremendous. They bought the butterflies.
Yeah, we want to give them a lot. They're sponsoring the Dragonfly Festival by purchasing the butterflies, and they also are going to help us on our nature trail with some of the wildflower planting for the butterflies.
Great.
That's the Roswell Rotary Club.
Thank you to our Roswell Rotarians for that.
And then Leprino Foods made a very sizable donation this year. We're always looking
Bitter Lake's
for donations.
Getting cheesy.
If you know of somebody that wants to make we got it. If you want to make a donation or help sponsor, come to the Dragon.
All of it goes back into the programs and needs of the refuge there.
Oh, Central Power, Central. What's
Electric?
Central
CVE, Central Valley Electric.
Central Valley Electric
Cooperative.
They also. They had actually given us money last year, but we couldn't use it then, and they told us to just roll it over to this one. So thank you, Central Valley.
They always get involved in our community too. They do come into Chavez County. They're more into Eddy and Lee, but definitely they do have customers in Chavez County. But they big supporters of all of Southeast New Mexico.
Yep.
So good deal.
Come out when you're out at the farmers market. Come by the booth, and I'll gladly take donations.
There you go.
Sponsorships. I've got forms and the whole thing.
That's another, they have the early bird tour where the early bird does get the worm at the farmer's market too. So if you're looking for the produce, you might want to make sure you're there in that 7 a.m. hour versus the 10 a.m.
I get there about 6, so you take a little.
Well, Don's probably got he's got the pre-snoop.
Yeah.
So while he's setting up the table, he can go around and nose around like, tomatoes look pretty good over there. Get the squash over here.
and the burritos are to die
for. He's over there hanging out by the big disco cooker right there. He's like, where's the...
That's funny.
Very good. But again, if you have questions about anything, don't hesitate to call the numbers. Visit friendsofbitterlake.org as a website. That's a great resource. Like and follow. And then also, do you guys have a Facebook or social media?
We have the Facebook for the refuge.
Okay.
I don't know the address where they're
I don't either.
If you go to Facebook and type in Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge, it should pop right up in the search bar. You can like and follow that way. As information is released anytime, not just during Dragonfly Festival, but Cranes and Cocoa will be coming up right after that. And
it's
there's
our staff right now is working on that one. We've just really started updating all
Good
the
deal.
information on that.
And if I remember right, the gift shop and everything's run by the Friends, right?
Correct.
Yes, it is.
So if you like, that's volunteers to work that store.
Right.
That's all the kind of stuff they're needing for the Friends. So
And
if you're
the-
interested in that kind of thing, reach out.
And the bookstore they've got quite a bit of really good T-shirts. They're doing really well.
Oh,
selling
yeah.
They do have
T-shirts,
some
and
good swag
They've
there.
got some mostly nature type stuff, but really they've been doing really well in the sales
Yeah.
of those.
I'd say even a lot of good, like teachers, if you're doing little segments about some kind of nature. Like my wife does a bat thing every year for second graders.
Okay.
And I know each level has certain things. There's a lot of those kind of things that you can get at the gift shop that kind of would add to your teaching lesson and things, you know.
And they're unique there. We get a lot of stuff in that nature store that you won't find anywhere else.
Good deal.
So
unique to
these,
the
these
Bitter
are
Lake
great
Refuge.
for Christmas or gifts of all
birthdays
kinds.
Yeah. And all their money that they make goes to supporting the refuge.
Yes.
Yep.
Education, biology.
Entirely.
Well, and like
And the
one of
festival.
those projects was the bird blind during COVID here, right? Was some of that money used to help restore and renovate that too?
I'm not sure. I think that one was mostly refuge.
Okay.
Yeah, that was mostly
But
refuge.
it's projects like that
But
goes
that's
into.
a good mention.
It was-
We have a really nice observation blind,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all redone. It's wheelchair accessible, so
Yeah.
it's great asset to the refuge.
That'll be very popular during the Cranes and Cocoa event, right? Isn't
I
that
think
usually
so.
isn't that usually the prime spot for
Yeah,
watching the
they're right
cranes
there is where
come
they get-
in and
they're
all
pretty-
that?
Yeah, they
So,
kind of
yeah.
hang around that area.
So just don't spill your cocoa on the new blind.
That's right. Yeah, get infested by ants.
That's right. But don't forget, the 2022 Dragonfly Festival is back after taking a couple-year hiatus because of COVID and all that. It's a full-blown, everything's happening like you remember. September 9th.
September
It starts
9th
with
is
the 6:30 program, and then all day September 10th, and then some tours Sunday morning on the 11th as well.
Correct.
Excellent. Yep.
Again, to secure your tour times, and really if you have any questions about the Dragonfly Festival or anything related to Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge, don't hesitate to call 575-625-4011. Again, 575-625-4011 or 575-244-6256. 575-244-6256. And if you don't remember those numbers, give me a holler. I'll get them.
Go online,
Mike,
you can find them there.
friendsofbitterlake.org. You can find the numbers there if you're driving around.
Yeah, and the staff at Bitter Lake and the friends want to also thank you for your support for.
I'm
refuge.
it's easy. I have no problem. This is a my job is to tell people about great things in our community, and Bitter Lake is one of those things. So
Yeah. and you do a
Thanks
good
lot.
job of
You
that.
did a
Thank
great
you.
job, Mike.
It's a and Dragonfly Festival's fun, guy. I mean,
It
bring the
is.
whole
It's a fun
family. The
thing.
kids are going to be running around, having fun, and that's the thing. The kids can come out there and get in the park and run. I mean, it's a refuge, and we're protecting wildlife, but the kids can go and be kids out there too.
Sure.
Correct.
Just because
Yeah.
you can't boat and swim in the water, don't mean you can't have fun out there.
That's right. So, all right. Well,
Good deal. Well, I'm sure you got to get back out to
Yep,
the
I
refuge.
do,
You're going to go
so.
see how much rain you got, and then Don's probably going off to one of his 20 volunteer events that he's got this
Exactly.
morning.
I got a few things to take care of, yes. Always do.
There you go. Well, we'll see you later, Steve. I'll see you tonight, Don,
That's right.
at our other meeting.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Mike.
We'll see you again
Appreciate
soon. It is 7:55. Let's take a quick news and commercial break before we get you back into more news. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Now for your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Sorello. The city of Roswell is seeking to address concerns and hear ideas for potential improvements to its animal services and shelter. An August 16th meeting is planned. A statement from the city says it's looking to address concerns and talk about potential ways to improve the services. The meeting is expected to focus on questions recently expressed by a group of concerned citizens and rescue groups. The meeting on August 16th will be at 6 o'clock p.m. at the Roswell Convention Center. A Chaves County mother is now facing criminal charges that she allowed her 4-year-old son to overdose on drugs. The child was flown to a hospital in Lubbock, Texas for treatment. Now, Elizabeth Heights is in jail after the boy told police he got the drugs from his mother's room. The police report shows the boy referred to the drugs as, quote, bad things that only adults do. Toxicology tests showed the boy had meth and opioids in his system. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
As if we don't already have enough on our plates with inflation, gas prices, and product shortages, there's a potential nightmare coming. If China invades Taiwan, Christmas gift giving and our everyday lives will be severely disrupted. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by T-Mobile. Their advanced network now goes farther than ever before. Visit T-Mobile.com/55 today. Taiwan is home to the world's biggest manufacturer of computer chips. The company is called Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing. Now, I realize we're only at the beginning of August, but if word comes to Taiwan and China, there'll be massive disruptions in all tech products. iPhones, iPads, Nintendos, PlayStations, laptops, TVs, even kitchen appliances won't just be in short supply. They won't be available at all. This war, if it happens, will have a massive impact, not only on the people of Taiwan, but the entire global market for everything that uses a microchip. And these days, it's just about everything. Get breaking tech news at commando.com.
In life, there are good surprises and bad surprises. Finding $20? Good surprise. Car breaking down? Bad surprise. But when you have a protection plan through CarShield, those bad surprises are easier to handle. CarShield offers protection plans for around $100 a month that cover more parts than ever before. When you need a repair, there's no paperwork or headaches. Just choose the mechanic to do the work, and CarShield administrators will handle the rest. And here's a good surprise. Every protection plan includes coast-to-coast roadside assistance, rental car options, and trip reimbursement at no extra cost. Lock in your price by getting coverage today, and it will never go up. CarShield helps make the surprise of your car breaking down easier to handle. Get coverage like I did. Go to carshield.com/Kim or call 800-391-8888 to save 10% on your plan. That's carshield.com/Kim or call 800-391-8888 to save 10%. That's carshield.com/Kim.
On Sunday morning at Country Club Road, we're going to talk about a difficult verse from James chapter 5. It goes like this: the prayer of faith will save the sick. I've always wrestled with this verse, and here's why. I feel like I offer many prayers in faith for the sick around me, yet I don't always see the sick get physically well. There have been moments that I felt like I didn't pray hard enough, or maybe that my prayers were not coming from a deep, abiding faith that believed God could and would heal. After years of ministry, I've come to a different conclusion. God has heard and answered my prayer of faith. Sometimes his answer was a resounding yes, and I get to spend years with that person. Sometimes his answer was a difficult no, and I get to celebrate a life that was well lived. Oddly enough, he has always brought healing. I see healing from a different angle now, because the ultimate healing has nothing to do with this physical body that gets sick and everything to do with the soul that needs to be saved.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Serious concerns being raised.
Hugh Hewitt is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM KEND Roswell.
In Ukraine. The International Atomic Energy Agency's Rafael Grossi calls for Russia and Ukraine to quickly allow experts to visit the sprawling complex at Zaporizhia to stabilize the situation and avoid a nuclear accident.
Zaporizhia is completely out of control. There are some contacts, they are faulty, they are patchy, they are not what you would expect and need to have.
Grossi says the physical integrity of the plant hasn't been respected, and he's critical of the continuing information from Ukraine and Russia accusing each other of attacks at the plant. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
More Americans signed up for unemployment benefits last week, applications rising by 6,000 to 260,000. That is in line with what economists had been expecting, and the Labor Department's jobs report for July is due out tomorrow. President Biden has signed a pro-abortion executive order. It's aimed at making it easier for women who have to cross state lines to get an abortion to do so.
The president took the action during a White House meeting attended by the vice president, cabinet secretaries, and other officials who are pushing for women's reproductive rights. Mr. Biden noted that Kansas voters just rejected a measure to tighten abortion restrictions. He also mentioned the Justice Department's lawsuit against a pro-life law in Idaho.
White House correspondent Greg Clugston. The Senate has approved Finland and Sweden's NATO application, the two countries driven into the arms of the Western Alliance by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Wall Street, the Dow is down 51 points, and NASDAQ 30 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
If you were lied to when buying a timeshare and worn out, you need my help. Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started the timeshare cancellation industry by exposing the ugly truth about timeshare and giving folks the straight facts. I've been fighting the timeshare giants ever since, so no one knows this industry better than me and my team. Today, we have 383 employees and have saved our clients an average of $65,000 in lifetime payments. Imagine putting those timeshare dollars back in your pocket. If you were told at a timeshare presentation that this was available today and today only, that timeshare was a great investment or your maintenance fees will never go up, call my office now. I guarantee you, if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free information kit. 800-881-4242. 800-881-4242. 800-881-4242.
A Trump ally wins the GOP nod to oversee Arizona's elections.
An Arizona lawmaker who was endorsed by former President Donald Trump won the Republican primary Tuesday for the top elections post in the presidential battleground. Mark Fincham beat out 3 other GOP candidates in the race for Secretary of State. His challengers included another candidate who repeated the president's claims of election fraud, a longtime state lawmaker, and a businessman endorsed by Republican Governor Doug Ducey. Fincham says he only intends to ensure that election laws are followed to address concerns by many Republicans about how elections are run. Bernie Bennett reporting.
Large fire has broken out in one of Berlin's biggest city forests, triggered by several explosions that took place at an ammo dump inside the forest on what's forecast to be one of the hottest days of the year. Around 100 firefighters are battling the blaze in the forest in the west of the city. News and analysis at townhall.com. Seaweed making a real mess of things all along the beaches of the Caribbean.
From Puerto Rico to Barbados, tons of brown algae kill wildlife, choke the tourism industry, and release toxic gases. More than 24 million tons of sargassum blanketed the Atlantic in June. That's up from 18.8 million tons in May, according to a monthly report by the University of South Florida's Optical Oceanography Lab. The report says that it's a new historical record. An oceanography professor who helps produce the report says July saw no decrease of algae in the Caribbean Sea. John Scott reported.
2 Republican senators have teamed up on legislation. It would block Chinese Communist Party members from buying land in the U.S. The Agriculture Department estimates nearly 37.6 million acres of U.S. agricultural land are held by foreign interests. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2. The Deuce. Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. You see a pen over there? Thanks. I let him borrow it.
I'm going to need that back.
That's my pen. My pen that makes me me. I got it back.
It's what happens when you're a fidget. I totally understand.
Yeah, I feel now. Well, I've been playing with our toad, and that's helped.
Yeah.
But I need that as my mojo stick.
I get it. I understand. You're not complete.
Yeah.
It's like the the devil's tooth in Pick of Destiny.
There you go.
You aren't complete.
It's my devil's tooth.
From whence you came, you shall remain until you are complete again.
Do I mentally, as soon as you do that, I'm just like a Jack Black. I'm better hee-haw! Jack Black mindset.
There's just no way that we can win. That was a masterpiece. Yeah.
Grab it!
Hang on.
But
can't you see he's the man? Let me hear you applaud. He is more than a man. He's a shiny golden god. If you think it's time to rock and roll out of control, well then you know you got to rock. And
I've never
that song.
I always wonder.
Yeah.
Is Jack Black, was his closet goal to be a rock star, and he just ended up being an actor?
Absolutely.
Has he admitted that?
100%.
Okay, I didn't know if he's talked about that in interviews where he was like, no. The acting thing was my backup gig. I wanted to be a rock star.
I don't know about if it was if he first said it or admitted it.
Yeah.
I've played the game Brutal Legend. Okay. Now, if you ever get a chance, go back and find this game. I think it was out for the original Xbox, maybe the PS2. I'm not 100% sure. Brutal Legend is basically Jack Black the game. Okay. This roadie from a metal band gets sapped back to this or into this alternate dimension that is 100% made of rock. It's all the rock, the gods of rock are in it. Ozzy voices a character. Lemmy voices a character.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Matter of fact, his character is called the Killmaster.
Okay. So this was a few years ago.
Yeah. It was several years ago. But
past for a while.
In this game, it's basically Jack Black playing Jack Black.
Okay.
He's running around, he's screaming out, "No quarter!" And he's 100% wanted to be that guy. He just happened to also be a good actor and funny.
Well, the first movie I ever saw him in was, I can't remember the name of it now. It's not Gleaming the Cube. I don't think it is.
School of Rock?
No, way before
I was going to say,
this.
I figured.
Way before this. No. The premise of the movie was there was this kid from California, and he's a rollerblade, and he's a surfer type. Skater, skateboarder kind of thing. And he ends up having to move to Ohio to something with family. So now he's living, I don't know if he's living with his mom or something, but anyway, he's now in Ohio, and he's a surfer boy, doesn't fit in, and he ends up getting involved with a bunch of skater, rollerblade hockey players. And Jack Black, a young Jack Black, is the goaltender.
I'm trying to find it
for the movie. And I don't think it's Gleaming the Cube.
It's got Tony Hawk in it.
Was Tony Hawk had a cameo in that thing? Okay.
He plays Buddy.
Okay. Is it Gleaming? It's maybe not be Gleaming the Cube.
Yeah,
It may be a different movie. It's around the same time of that movie. I wish I remember. It wasn't. Roy, do you know this movie of which I speak? You're one of those people that amazes me when you know stuff like that.
No, I was going to pitch in on the Jack Black thing.
Airborne. Someone just sent me a message. Airborne. That's the name of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's got a young Jack Black as the goaltender.
I think the first movie I remember seeing him in, and it's much later, was Saving Silverman. Legitimately, I think that was the first movie
this is before that.
I think I saw him. I mean, it was probably something before that.
I'm thinking, he's playing a teenager in it. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he was a teenager, but he's playing one.
Oh, you know what? That's right. They were in. I forgot. Tenacious D was in Biodome.
Were they?
Yeah. Yeah, they were one of the performers in Biodome. Completely forgot about that. Yep, Airborne. He was in 1993.
First 93?
Yeah, that was actually his second movie. He was in Bob Roberts the year before.
Oh, I missed Bob Roberts.
So did I.
But I got Airborne.
Yeah, see, I was too young.
Yeah, well, no. Well, that time there I graduated high school in 93. I was 18 or 20 actually.
I was born in 93, and the first movie I saw Jack Black in was School of Rock.
Well, see, now the Gleaming the Cube was the first one. Not Gleaming the Cube. Airborne's the one I saw him in first, and it's not a good movie. But they showed it on HBO 1,000 times a day, and that's how I saw it.
01 was a good year for him. He had Saving Silverman and Shallow Hal. And then followed that up with Orange County right after.
Saving Silverman. That's Shallow Hal's one of my favorites of him.
Shallow Hal is absolutely one of the best.
Silverman's a good one too, and but Shallow Hal's probably my favorite.
I think Saving Silverman did more for Neil Diamond than it did for Jack Black.
Jason Biggs.
But if you like video games with Jack Black in them, there's a new game out called Psychonauts 2.
Oh, they did a second one?
It's a sequel to Psychonauts 1.
Well, I assumed.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And
clever.
Jack Black sings a song in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like this cool, like psychedelic sort of 70s world.
Nice.
The point of the game is you go in people's minds, and it's like...
I played the original years ago.
Like Stranger Things. Go people's minds.
Yeah, and it's like you explore like this platforming world inside their head, and it's really cool.
Okay.
Each person is like a level.
Okay.
Which is neat.
Well, and Jack Black, like, I remember during COVID, like in the middle of the COVID, he was hosting it was like a one-off game show with celebrities where they were stuck in a mansion. And he was like the puppet master controlling the game.
Was it like a murder mystery? Or?
Yeah, sort of. It was pretty bad. I watched it. It was not good. But I just remember but there was big stars in it. Like relatively, I want to say there's some Community people in it and a couple
I'm sure Ken Jeong showed up.
It was someone like that.
He shows up in everything.
It was something like that. Yeah. It was. I can't remember.
Infinite Challenge? No, a Celebrity Escape Room?
That's it. Celebrity Escape Room. That's what it was. It was awful. But I watched it because that's what I do. Watch bad things.
That's what I do. I do this for you, people.
And it was bad.
I sacrifice of myself so that you can. Okay, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Adam Scott, and Ben Stiller.
Oh, I thought there was more than that. But okay. Same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Do you like the Doors?
The band?
Yeah.
No,
like their sound.
Way of getting into rooms.
Just checking.
Are you a fan of Doors? No, I use Windows.
I like the Doors. They're fine.
Okay. Well, that song in that game kind of has the Doors vibe to it.
Okay.
Have you ever heard any of his?
Sure, it's not the Doors, because the Doors have a lot of hits that people don't realize.
Is it
or
the
they have
Doors
a lot of
or
songs.
Doors?
The Doors, "Come On Baby, Light My Fire," that was their hit. But like songs like "This Is the End" that go on for 20 minutes.
It's kind of like "Light My Fire," like the.
And that's one of their more upbeat songs. Jim Morrison, when he was really drugged out, there's some of those songs that just go on forever, and you're like, "Woo."
Last night.
Start.
What?
Okay, I thought he was gonna start singing.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the song?
Yeah.
It's a good song. It doesn't sound like Jim Morrison.
But I can see where you're coming from. It has that kind of psychedelic sound to it.
Well, you kind of skipped a little bit forward.
But yeah, I can see what you're saying. Yeah, it does have that melodic infiniteness to it that Doors songs do have to it. So, this is the end. We're just going to play this guitar on this one note for 5 seconds.
Well, because I think he plays like a brain, like just a brain. So he doesn't have any eyes or something. But he's like, I can see the galaxy.
I think it's just Jack Black being Jack Black.
Everything that Jack Black does is just him playing himself.
Yeah, he thinks he's a '80s operatic metal band.
If you ever go back and listen to any like Tenacious D's like older stuff, I mean, there was a period in time where they were really trying to to be taken seriously as a metal act.
Yeah,
a metal act with acoustic guitars, but a metal act.
Yeah, no, he would even go into that subgenre of bands like Dream Theater. That's where he's into. Those bands, Dream Theater, and you're like, what is this? It's like a ballerina on drugs.
That's why we stopped giving peyote to that ballet school.
That's right. All right, let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. We're going to get you up to date with the weather here in just a few. Then we're going to do an interview we had. Nook with Asia Market joined us on, was it Monday? Monday.
Yes.
And we talked about, she brought a couple of new items for us to try.
He's singing. He's he's still going. That's awesome.
We're nosy. And then so we'll play that interview for you here this hour. Then don't forget next hour, about 9:15 or so, Alan Getty going to join us, pastor, school board. Before he was on the school board, he's now add author to his list of things. He's written a new book, and we'll talk all about that. It's available on Amazon. I'm sure it's available at Grace Community Church, and we'll talk a little bit about that with Alan next hour. Before we do any of that, let's go ahead and take a look at your weather. They're saying there's a chance for some more rain. Looks like next week, I'm thinking, might be a little better. We'll see.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Another hot go of it for today, folks, with that high temperature making its way to about 100 or just above. We do have a chance for some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms primarily through the afternoon and evening. And then partly cloudy as the night goes on, our overnight low to mid-70s. Any of those storms may produce some heavier rain. Limited rain on Friday, lots of sunshine coming in, highs upper 90s to near 100. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
Thank you, Jennifer. Currently 77 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 66%. Winds currently out of the north at 9 miles per hour. We've got a 20% chance for showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon. They say if we see some storms, they could be packing some heavy rainfall with them. Mostly sunny. Highs right around the century mark today, 100 with north winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, our rain chances bump up to 30%, mainly before 9 p.m. Once again, if we do get some storms, they could be severe in nature with heavy rainfall. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 72, southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, mostly sunny, 99 for a high, north winds 5 to 10. Friday night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 73. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 99, winds out of the south 5 to 15. Partly cloudy Saturday night with an overnight low of 73. Rain chances get back in the forecast Sunday, 20% chance of showers, mostly sunny and hot, high of 97. 20% Sunday night as well with an overnight low of 72. And then Monday of next week when you head back to work and school, 30% chance of rain, mostly sunny and 95. And it looks like for at least through midweek of next week, we're going to be in the mid-90s with rain chances. Looks like our best chance is Tuesday night there. So we'll see. A lot of time to change that between now and then. But that's what they're saying right now. All right, it is 19 minutes after 8 o'clock. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to play our interview with Nook from Asian Market on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Sometimes when you hit the road hits back. That's why MTA Mechanics and Tire carries major brands like Bridgestone, Cooper, and Michelin. Not only do you get top brand tires, but you also get a nationwide warranty. So wherever you are, MTA Mechanics and Tire has you covered. Stop by or let MTA come to you with their MTA Mobile Tire Shop, covering Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia. They can come to your home, office, or even the airport, and alignment is included on all sets of 4 tires. MTA Mechanics and Tires, getting you back on the road.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Haha, now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning.
Fergalicious.
From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who you gonna call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit?
Fergalicious.
Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love.
Fergalicious.
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, we're getting close to summer and hotter weather. It's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching television. For the ultimate workout, fall asleep in front of the TV. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 24 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in the studio this morning, I'd say all the way back from Thailand. Actually, she just got back from visiting family and visiting.
Yes, sir.
And good morning. It is 24 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, I'd say all the way back from Thailand. Actually, she just got back from visiting family and visiting.
Yes, sir. I got you guys give a souvenir from Thailand.
Oh, well, thank you. I love knickknacks and things. So this is a frog?
A toad.
Toad, okay.
You're going to have to hold his two tail. Oh, not two back leg.
Okay. Oh, okay.
If you hold it from the front leg, see the sound, it wasn't
Oh,
pretty.
so it's a little musical instrument, actually.
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool.
By the way, good morning, Roswell. I'm back.
Yes, Nook is back from Asian Market here. Good morning. And, we were just talking because earlier in the summer, thank you,
Here
Nook.
for you.
Thank you.
And
thank
for
you.
everyone.
And it'll be here with all of our collectibles and things. But we were just talking. You spent a month back in Thailand and early at the beginning of the summer here.
Yes, sir.
And so and when you go, is it? I mean, obviously you're going to see family and everything, but is it part of it like ideas for the restaurant and for the market too when you go there?
You know what? I didn't been back for 3 times since the COVID thing happened.
Yeah.
I mean, not 3 times, 3 years, 3 exactly years.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes. So this time it's just not thinking about business at all.
Okay.
I just want to go kick back, relax, with my family.
Sure.
So see my old folk.
Okay.
And enjoy my time.
Eat your foods and just enjoy the home style you grew up to and everything it's with. Yeah, absolutely.
1 month, nothing.
I imagine it goes
Time
by quick,
fly.
doesn't it? Yeah. Well, and I imagine too, because you're there just for the month.
Yeah.
And so all of your family probably planned like 50 things to do with you,
know
while
what?
you're there so they can see as much as they can before you have to come back here.
You know what? I go back this time, I feel like I'm a celebrity. They want to know. Since I didn't been back for so long.
Yeah, it's
normally
been right before COVID. So it's three years here.
3 years. Normally, I will go back to Thailand 1 time a year and spend 1 month over there.
Okay.
But this time is 3 years. Like everybody come and see, talk, how are you, this and that. 5 people asking each question, each person, each question. And then say, hey, stop. Let me answer this first and then second. And I have to put my hand up.
You had to do a
like this.
press
Just
conference.
wait a minute.
I'll address your questions first. Let's answer these over here.
Really just like that.
Oh, that's good.
Just like that. It's fun. I know. Kind of like, okay, I didn't been back for so long. Some might miss me. Some might, she here again.
Find out who your friends are, right?
Yes.
Well, for folks that aren't familiar, Nook is the owner of Asian Market there on the South in Maine there right there, look for the big blue sign. And,
yes.
And if you've never been in there, I don't know how you missed out, but you're missing on a cool little treasure there.
Yes.
The front part of the store is a full market from meats to vegetables to canned goods to seafood,
snacks.
drinks. Any cooking apparel.
Yes, we do have
things to cook, all that, and all Asian. It could be from Thailand, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. It covers all of Asia.
Asia. That's why I say I'm all Asia.
All of Asia there. But if you keep venturing a little farther back and then to the side there, you'll see the Asian Market restaurant, and that's where Nook really kind of shines with all of her recipes for lunch and dinner.
Yes.
Everything from things you're probably familiar with to things that probably are maybe foreign to some people.
Yes, it is.
So and you got it all there, and it's all great. This is the comparison when people ask me what's the deal with Asian Market or what it is, and I always say, I imagine like when you go to eat at Asian Market, like the food you're getting is like the food you get if you were like at a Thai's or an Asian family's home.
Yeah, it
like
is.
a home cooked meal.
I'm trying to make it close to it, but
Yeah.
I know that people around here they can't eat just exactly.
Sure.
Just like they have to be a little bit of improvise.
Yeah.
A little bit of adjustment.
Yeah.
To go along with people around here.
Yeah. And so I like that because it's different because you get like I would imagine like if you have a home cooked meal here at home, it's not like it is at a restaurant. They do different things, and I figure like if I went to a home anywhere in Asia and had a meal, I feel like Asian market is kind of closer to what that experience would be
Yes.
like. So, and that's why I like about it. And then, you, of course, you use all your fresh homemade ingredients and things that are, hey, Roy, can you bring some water in here? Could you get a bottle of water for
I got some
Nook,
coffee.
please? Hopefully she's.
Okay.
Oh,
thank
you.
Thank you so much.
But definitely, if you have not come and tried a meal, I think today's a good day to come by and visit and try some of the soups or some of the salads or a full meal or whatever you're into here. So
come try.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
Right there.
And then part of the fun is, and this is what I like doing, is you order your food. And then you go walk around the market and just kind of look at the shelves and find things. And I guarantee you're going to find one thing at least that you're going to be like, I want to take home.
Will.
And then you do that. And so then you have a nice meal, and then you take home something that you picked up off the shelves there, or a couple somethings, depending on, if you're planning a meal or if you're like, and here's another cool part. If you wanted to learn to make sushi or sticky rice.
We got all the equipment, we got all the utensils.
Yeah.
Let's say I will cover you 99%.
Yeah.
Except for the water, you use your own.
Yeah,
that
you gotta.
You can't take it from mine. Okay?
but if you want to know how to use some of this stuff, Nook will be happy to show you the little mats to roll the sushi, the rice paper and all that stuff. From the pots for cooking the slow rice or the sticky rice.
Steamer, for steam bun. We got that one too.
Good deal.
I decorate for a steam bun. We got that one too, and then we got like a two tier of a steamer.
Okay.
You can use this one to steam your rice,
or like your dumplings or something.
Yeah, you can steam anything.
Like if you got pot stickers or something in there,
you
you
can just put it in there and steam it.
Yeah.
And we also got a steamer at Thai style.
Okay.
A Thai style is use the bamboo basket.
Oh,
that one it will work on steam anything you want to.
Nice.
Just a little bit clean after used it.
Okay, so that one gets a little. You gotta get some.
Yeah.
It's
a little hard to clean on
Gotcha.
that one, but
that one requires a little more
work.
maintenance to upkeep.
Yes,
but it puts out a good piece of food there. So.
It will be good.
Nice. Okay. So and that's really what Asian market's all about. It's just great food. Whether you want to take it home and prepare it yourself, or if you want to come and sit down and let Nook and her staff make it for you.
And we also have a great environment.
Yeah, it's a fun place to come and talk and chat.
Yes.
And during COVID here, you've expanded the place and you've got a big new seating area. And
on the side.
On the side there, where there's plenty of seating for you to sit down and enjoy your meal and just have a conversation or whatever, and then go back to work.
Bring in your friend, your coworker, go sit down, have cool air.
And if you like the food so much, you're like, man, I want to next time I have a little party or get together, I would love to get some of that fried rice or some of the chicken or some of anything there. She can do like give her time.
Let me know ahead of time if you're gonna bring in a big party.
Yeah,
because
and she'll make
I can arrange. I can adjust. Set the table ready for you.
Gotcha. So if you want to make but if you want like a big tray of fried rice for your get together, she can help you do that.
Yes,
all that stuff too. One of the other fun parts is Nook always brings fun things from the store or from the restaurant.
It's gonna be fun today, guys.
All right. Is that an insect?
Yeah.
It looks like a cricket or.
I let you open it.
Okay.
We're gonna try this one first.
Okay.
And I bring another one here that we have it in store, Pocky.
Okay.
I personally like this Pocky.
Okay.
I normally don't eat much snacks.
Okay.
But I opened it up. And kind of like one day on a road trip.
Okay.
My kid grabbed it. Mommy, try this one. Sweet again. Oh, whatever. Let's try it.
Okay.
And this is a Pocky chocolate.
Oh, I like chocolate. So it's
No, this one is a winter Pocky butter caramel.
Oh.
It's good.
It sounds good.
It's good.
Sounds really good.
Sound good, Mike. It tastes awesome.
Yeah, it looks like it's a good little snack, and it's are those like a stick and you dip it, or is it all in the stick?
It's a stick. It's all separately coming just exactly like the package show you.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
I know he will always joy when he know that.
I respond to the crinkling of packages.
No, let's do this. Yeah, Sean.
I guess I get Sean to come into a room. Yeah,
there's Pocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you tried this flavor yet?
I have never tried that flavor. I love
Today.
Pocky.
I'll let you
love
try it.
Pocky.
Well, we're gonna try it today, but that's dessert.
Okay.
But
Our main
after
course is
This one.
I think it's a bug of some kind.
No,
Do I
It's
need
not
to
a
get-
bug.
no bug.
It looks like a bug in there. What is
Okay,
it?
let me tell you. Crispy chili snack.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I like it.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's like a fried
A
or a
completely
dried chili.
So are they
Is
like,
this hot?
are they dried?
I can't tell you hot or no hot. You have to try it.
Sure. Are they?
Get-
Are
Let
they
me fill up
dry?
my water.
Here,
just in
here,
case.
here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some water too.
This what is that? Clinic.
Okay.
Have the clinic with you.
Well, just in case,
Uh-huh.
I'm filling up my cup of water right now.
It's not gonna hurt.
All right. Well, I'm just in case. I've been surprised before.
Really?
Well, yeah. Well, we did. This is actually before Sean was with us. We did the Pocky Chip Challenge.
Pocky?
It's a company.
Not these. No, it's
they're
it's
different.
Pocky. It's,
Yeah,
Actually, check this out.
PAKI, I think it is. Yeah, it's we have
Got the package right.
the package right there. Yeah, so they put the world's hottest
Oh.
chip in here,
Okay.
and it's one chip, and you eat it, and you have to hold it and not drink or anything for 5 minutes.
It's like
And it was, to be honest, the chip tasted so it was hot.
Uh-huh.
But the part that was worse was the chip was like stale and old, and it tasted like an old foot. And
Wait a minute.
Of course, Mike has a critique of the chip itself.
Yeah.
He's like, I was dying, sure, but yeah, the chip could have been
I
better.
I can do some challenge, but I'm not gonna do any challenge that's gonna hurt myself.
yeah.
In the end of the day, no way, Jose.
We're not what you call smart people.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do this.
I will
Bring it
let. Who's gonna open it?
I'll open it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm traditionally the, hey, can somebody open this jar? In my
Yeah.
family, so, okay.
When you open
So
it
we're
up,
gonna
it
crack
will
it
have
open.
a seal.
Okay.
Has it got the sealing?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's got a
Okay.
seal.
So I can tell you they're dry, so it's like a hen snack. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's satisfying. Okay, so it's like opening up a new can of tennis balls.
Okay. Or Pringles.
Or sure,
Old
Pringles.
school Pringles.
Yeah,
Not the
old
new
school
ones.
Pringles.
Yeah.
These always scare me. Ugh.
Careful.
Yeah, I know.
Or Vienna sausage.
The first man ever severed off a finger in radio.
Mhm.
Okay, initial judgment. It does not smell hot. Like
Okay.
it doesn't have a hot smell.
No.
Take a whiff of that.
Yeah.
It's just it smells kind of nice. You know what it smells like?
It
Is when you walk
smell-
by
yeah.
the dried chilies in
Dry
the
chili
store.
and then the sesame seed. You will smell sesame seed.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I dig some sesame.
Don't touch your eye after you grab a handful of
Gotcha.
that.
Of this?
Don't forget. Don't.
Oh, so it's like
Do not.
they're like
Warning.
sesame sticks.
All
Okay.
right. So don't
Yeah.
touch my eyes now.
Don't touch your eye.
Okay.
Okay.
Clean it
I think I
first.
got too much. Hold on. All right.
Go
Ready?
for it.
Yeah.
All right. here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Hop it down.
Yep.
Oh.
You'll be fine.
Oh, that's delightful.
Uh-huh.
I like that a lot.
That is okay. I have this one. This is my new snack on the road trip. I always have it in my car. I got 2 things in my car. Oh, actually 3. One is a salt lemon candy. That's what I always have. And the second one is a ramen noodle.
Okay.
That I sell is over there. A white brand. I clump it up and then put the seasoning in. Have a small spoon with me on the road trip and then.
Ooh.
You know what these kind of
And this
they're
is
getting
my
warm
third
now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sneaks.
It's getting warm on the back end. Yep.
And then you can't stop.
Oh no, this is delightful.
You can't stop.
They are good. You know what they kind of remind me
Yeah,
of?
it seems healthy too.
We just talked about this the other day, weirdly enough, Sean and I. The consistency is a little different, but the taste and that crunch, it's a little like the Andy Caps hot fries.
Oh, you know what? You're not wrong.
It's a little like the Andy Cap. I mean, the consistencies, but the
Look, no, I
spice
don't want
flavor and
Look at the ingredients.
That's why
crunch.
that's why I think we're being punked.
Now,
No. Why
The
don't we eat that
spice-
crap?
the spice flavor. I'm gonna get a couple.
I
more.
really can't stop. This is
Yeah, I want to get a couple more. They're pretty good. Yeah, I could easily sit there and just
Yeah.
absent-mindedly eat
It
this
is.
whole jar. Yeah.
My kid love it. My second one love it. My first one not. If you look at ingredient, you have a 100% Thai chili, and then it will have a sesame seed.
Yeah, it's 90% chili, 5% sesame,
Yeah.
4% palm oil, and 1% salt.
So it's actually pretty
That's
healthy.
all in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
all
it's
it is.
only 75 calorie.
No.
Pretty low. I'm sure you're not gonna finish the whole jar.
Not in one setting.
No.
Yeah, because the burn. Eventually, you're like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, the
Now,
burn.
what's
The
gonna
burn
happen is
puts you.
I'm gonna put this down, and then 5 minutes later, I'm gonna go find it again.
And he's gonna hide it from you, okay?
Uh-huh.
He said he's
Oh.
gonna go find it again. That means he's
By
gonna
hide
hide.
it, he's gonna hide in his belly before he
Hide
gets
it.
chance. Yeah.
Yeah, we each pick our favorites every time you come here.
Yeah.
Like the last time, I think we split up the kimchi's.
Yeah, I like those. Yeah, that's a good snack. That's a good little.
Roy, you want some of this hot fire?
Like if you like nuts and trail mix and that kind of those kind of snacks, you'll love that because that's in the same vein of like those handful Chex Mix things. It's in the same.
No, they're not.
Not bad at all.
They're gonna be a little warm on the back end.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do with heat.
I found out the other day that young Roy here is half Hispanic. I had no idea. He told me the other day in the car. He's like, yeah, his mom's Mexican.
Nice.
From Mexico. I was like, wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, halfway.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
He didn't look.
I don't know. He's got a look of a. Is it a little hot for you? Yeah.
Sorry, bud. You might want to go grab some
Go
water.
get some water.
It heats up on the back.
It
half.
does. Yeah, it gets warmer.
Just a little.
on the back.
Just a little. Mm-hmm.
It's not deadly, but
that is delightful.
And it's because it's got that flaky.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're not careful,
Oh yeah.
you might swallow a little too big,
Yeah.
make you choke too.
I love the crunch of it though. It's very
very good.
A satisfying.
So it's not insect, okay?
Well, it did kind of look like crickets in there or something. I
You
was
look from the outside.
Which I didn't care. I'd eat it, but
flaming Cheetos.
Right?
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It kind of reminds me of the Andy Caps a little bit. Yeah, they're really good. Excellent.
Are we ready
to
for
go
our
sweet?
dessert?
Let's
Yeah,
go sweet.
okay.
Yeah. Poor
So
Roy
it-
looks like he's about to blow up here.
It's Pocky.
What flavor is that?
It's
Chocolate.
No, this one's not.
a caramel.
Oh,
Winter
caramel.
caramel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's caramel.
Because yeah, the chocolate ones are
And inside of
some of my
it, it's
favorite.
got a single. You open a bag, you will find another bag in here. Got a
Nice.
single pack of it.
Right.
Here we go. Don't
Oh.
fight. I will give it to you.
You're right. You're right. I apologize.
He's
man.
No, no.
I was
I'm just
grabbing.
kidding.
I was just,
Thank you.
I always reach for the pocky like a crazy person.
Well, it says chocolate, Pocky chocolate.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
Got
it's
it.
chocolate caramel, right?
It's caramel.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Initial. Oh my gosh, they smell fantastic.
You leave in the car. Don't leave it in the car. It will
Oh
melt.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, my sister mailed some of these to me from
I
a
did
shop in
it too.
Oklahoma, and they all melted. It's like one big pocky stick.
Yeah, it is. That mine
Probably
too.
still tastes good though, doesn't
Oh,
it?
I'm sure. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like white chocolate.
You're not gonna stop and you eat it.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
No way. Because I finished the whole pack myself.
It's almost like those
And I
little
melt
dipped
the second
pretzel
pack.
sticks.
Uh-huh. Yeah, those are so good. The caramel is like, it's different. It's buttery. It's very
Mhm.
buttery.
The caramel.
You know what's my favorite part? Is the salty sweet mix.
Right. Right.
Can't find a.
The saltiness of the cookie, the pretzel, whatever that is, with the sweetness of
Oh,
the.
it's right here. It's right here. I will tell you. Chocolate snack waffle.
Yep.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Winter.
Oh, that's what. So it's like waffle. So it's like that's the butter that I'm
A
catching.
winter pocky butter caramel.
So are these seasonal? Like you only can get them like one time a year?
No. I'm trying to get it in, but
Okay.
in a very, very hot season, right now, I will not bring anything.
Sure.
Because they melt.
Yeah, they are. This pocky is expensive, and I will not bring it in the summertime. I will sell whatever I have because it's gonna melt. And
Right.
my distributor will not send it.
These are good.
They
Did
will
you-
send it when a little bit of.
Have you got any of the different Kit Kats flavors in?
No, they're not sending me a Kit Kat because it's too hot. It's gonna melt.
Oh, okay, right,
Wow.
right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
see for them
Yeah.
in the winter.
And I got couple of brand new pocky. I didn't bring it today.
Okay.
Next show.
These are great. I'm telling people, if you like chocolate covered pretzels, pretzel sticks, those kind of things, that's what these Pockies are like. This is like a, yeah, it's kind of like eating the chocolate covered pretzels or something like that. It's that same taste palette.
Those two pocky that I got it in, 2 or 3 pocky I got it in. That one is from Japan. Uh-huh. It might be a little bit higher price, but it's worth it.
Well, this is good.
It's good.
I'd eat this all
And who
day.
finished the whole pack first?
Right here.
Shot again.
I got mine last.
Roy got 2.
I got one left.
I'm trying to savor it.
Yeah? Got
Oh, yeah.
3 more. 3 more packs.
I'm just gonna inhale and savor that.
This is my last one right here. I'm just literally stopped talking and been eating for the last 5
Yeah.
minutes.
That's the same. I'm like, this is gonna just sound terrible. We're just a bunch of crunching and noises.
These are addicting.
Okay, this pocky I would when you walk in a store, it's gonna be our first product on the top shelf.
Okay.
On your left hand side, you will see it. I got 2 flavor of this kind of. Actually, yeah, two flavor of this Big Bag Pocky.
Okay.
Another one is some kind of chocolate. I can't remember it, but this one is a winter chocolate.
I really like that.
It's really tasty.
And the second shelf from the top is going to be another kind of Pocky too.
Okay.
And when you walk in, on your right hand side in the middle of the store, you will see that snack, the chili snack.
Okay.
So we got 2 sides of them. A small, that's what the one I bring, and then we got the large size.
Okay. And of course, with kids going back to school, these make great things to put in the lunches and all that for the kids.
Sure,
and-
especially once it starts cooling down, fall time and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Especially they got a single packet.
Yeah, exactly. Your kid's gonna be a hit at lunch with the Pocky.
Yeah.
They probably get the best sandwiches and trays
You're
for
talking
those.
about another people's kid. I think my kid probably do it first on this Thursday.
You slinging Pocky?
But like,
You're welcome.
but you know how like kids look for trade value of food and lunch. It's like I'll trade you my cookies for my sandwich and all that kind of thing.
They do, huh?
You did. I'm thinking that's going to be a very high ticket item where you could hold out for like bigger ticket items. Like, I want a piece of pizza for that or something big. You know.
So we still have 3 packets left here.
All
Don't
right.
fight. Don't fight.
But they are available right now at Asian Market.
Yes, sir.
Come on down. Come for lunch today. Come on and try some lunch. Is there any new menu items that we want to
You know what? I have so many brilliant idea on a new menu, but due to just we short on the manpower.
Sure.
So I I can't do so much. I want to do so many things.
So you're
but
just kind of keeping the simple menu for right now.
Yes.
And then when your help arrives, then you can experiment and time to do some more dishes and
Yes,
things.
it takes a lot of prep, a lot of get ready to do it.
Are you still doing the soups and everything?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell.
Okay.
The soup normally we do on Saturday, right? Now you can eat soup every day.
Oh, nice. Now it's every day?
Monday to Saturday, we got egg drop, we got rice soup, Thai noodle soup, egg noodle soup. That's got some dumpling that we make it. We not buy it. And we got some.
Do you
red
still have the
pork.
soup with the pork, the red pork? What was it?
Yes.
Oh, that stuff was good.
But I'm not do the red pork anymore. The
Okay.
dry one, the dry style one.
Gotcha.
I don't do it anymore. It's kind of like it takes so much time when I'm busy. I just can't run.
Sure.
I have to be there
Yeah.
to get another thing done too.
So, are you looking for employees right now? If someone's looking for
I
work,
do.
Okay.
I'm looking for help cook.
Okay.
Someone will be willing to help me in the back
Okay.
of the kitchen.
Gotcha.
And in the meantime, we do teamwork over there. We not do, hey, that's my job, this is my job.
all the
we have
jobs
to-
have got to get done.
Yes.
So we're all
everything
going to
needs
get them
be
done. Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But mainly somebody will help me in the back.
Sure. So you need an assistant to kind of help
Yes,
you
sir.
cook, help you run the kitchen, help you,
Yes.
make sure the orders are taken care of, all that kind of
Yes.
stuff.
Now,
Okay.
this person, please, mainly help me in the back. Know how to cut meat, know how to cut vegetable.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good
know,
deal.
Know a little bit of the Asian. It will be great.
And who knows? Maybe they've been cooking Asian. You all combine forces and create some new recipes
Who
together or
knows?
something.
I might
yeah.
go vacation again.
There you go. It's like I'm going back to Thailand.
Yeah. Yeah, we come.
But if you're interested, and
Yes.
please come by Asian Market and ask
Yes.
for Nook, and she'll be happy to talk to you about what the job entails and all
Yes.
that good stuff. So very good. But yeah, if you want to come, and I imagine one of the perks.
We got the Steve here come stealing our snack
Yeah,
again.
he just 5-finger discount at the Chili's. But if when you come out and check the stuff
Yes.
out, but I think you'll really be every time we go there, you find you just have a good meal and a good time, and it's just
Yes.
good food, and I'm not gonna lie, the trip going down and checking out some of the items on the shelf is kind of an adventure because there's a lot of things that are going to be very foreign to
Yes.
you. Things like duck eggs in a can, and you're going like, well,
No,
that's
that's a quail egg.
quail eggs in
Quail
a can.
egg in
yeah.
a can. Duck salted a pickled duck egg.
Okay, they
something
come
like
pickled
that.
into jars or whatever.
The pickles come in a single package or something.
But here's the thing: if you want like soy sauce, like you can come in there. They got a whole aisle with just soy
I even
sauces.
can't remember what kind of soy sauce I have. you
Yeah, there's
know?
so many. Or if you love the sriracha, there's about 20
right
different
there.
kinds of sriracha. If you love like rice wines, things like they got all
We
of
got
that
it.
stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It's funny when I have customer come in. No, can you help me find this soy sauce? And I'm the one who orders some product myself. I know that that I have it. I know that I have it.
It's like I've ordered it.
But yeah, I'm the one who put in order and bring it. And I said, but where is it? Kind of like that.
It's just so many different.
Too many.
Yeah,
so many.
There's a great variety of stuff, and then of course, everything from quick on the go stuff like we're talking here to more intricate. Like if you're looking for fishes and meats, they got that there too. They got them there in the freezers there, and vegetables, fresh, frozen vegetables. They got all of that there too.
I have some of them, some not all of them, just some of them mostly. And now we have the old product that we out of the shelf for a while is the hot noodle. Now I got 4 flavor right there. The hot one and the black normal one. And another one is cheese flavor, curry flavor, and then a carbonara.
Okay.
I got 2 times black original, chicken stew, cheese flavor, curry, carbonara. So it will be 6 flavor of the Samyang hot noodle.
Okay.
That's the kid love to do the challenge or something like that.
Nice.
Now it's back on the shelves again.
Okay. Yeah, if you love ramen and all the noodles, she's got a huge selection of various, from hot to savory to sweet to everything in between. So very good. But come on by. Give everybody the hours for the market and for the restaurant.
Okay. For the store hour, Monday to Saturday, 10 to 7.
Okay.
Sunday, 12 to 7.
Okay.
For the restaurant itself, Monday to Saturday, only 11 to 7.
Okay.
Sunday, we close. The restaurant will close every Sunday.
Okay. But Monday through Saturday, 11 to 7.
Only.
Come on by and give you a meal for lunch or dinner there.
Yes.
So, and don't forget she's on DoorDash and all that.
No. I'm not doing anymore because
Oh, you're not? Okay.
No, because
I thought I still saw your name on there last time I looked, but
probably they didn't take it off.
Okay.
It's just I'm too busy in the
So
back.
come down and visit and see the market and do all that good stuff. But it's I'm telling you, you're going to be happy. Come for lunch today. Try it out, and I guarantee you're going to want to come back and try that something else. You're going to find something else on the menu you're going to want to try.
Yes.
And then of course, if you want to do it all yourself, she's got all the stuff you need there, and she can help you do it. If you always wanted to learn cooking various Asian dishes, cuisine, Nook's got the equipment and the know-how to help you do that. So.
All you do is just go in and ask.
Yeah. She got you covered.
Yeah.
So. Awesome. Is there anything we missed? Anything we want to share?
Well, not really much though.
Just come and eat.
Yeah, just come in and eat.
Awesome.
While you're waiting for your food, just walk, talk, shop.
Yeah.
And then look around the store while you're waiting for your food.
I guarantee you're going to find something you want to take home.
Yes.
Guarantee it. So, well, thank you, Nook, as always. Appreciate it. Thank you for the treats. They were both delicious. This was a big
You're
winner
welcome.
on both. And then I guess now you got to go visit Sean. He's going to go make some commercials with you here.
We're going to do something.
Yeah.
So.
But thank you, Nook. Thank you. And hide those because he'll steal them all. So.
All right.
Look, he brought the jar back. I was like, the jar's already gone. So.
He come and take it, and then he brought it back.
Yeah, he did. He just wanted a handful. Well, thank you, Nook. We'll see you
You're
next time.
welcome.
Okay, and welcome back.
Yes.
It is 9:52. Let's take a quick break. Actually, news and a quick break.
A Chaves County mother is now facing criminal charges that she allowed her 4-year-old son to overdose on drugs. The child was flown to a hospital in Lubbock, Texas for treatment. Now, Elizabeth Heights is in jail after the boy told police he got the drugs from his mother's room. The police report shows the boy referred to the drugs as, quote, bad things that only adults do. Toxicology tests showed the boy had meth and opioids in his system. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
A meteorologist, Jennifer Naramore, with your Pecos Valley weather. Another hot go of it for today, folks, with that high temperature making its way to about 100 or just above. We do have a chance for some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms, primarily through the afternoon and evening. And then partly cloudy as the night goes on, our overnight low to mid-70s. Any of those storms may produce some heavier rain. Limited rain on Friday, lots of sunshine coming in, highs upper 90s to near 100. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Consumers are shifting down because wages are not keeping up with inflation. And with the back-to-school shopping season starting, parents, particularly in the low to middle income brackets, are focusing on the basics. while also trading down to cheaper stores amid surging inflation, which hit a new 40-year high in June. Last week, Walmart noted higher prices on gas and food are forcing shoppers to make fewer purchases of discretionary items, particularly clothing. Best Buy, the nation's largest consumer electronics chain, cited that inflation has dampened consumer spending on gadgets. Both companies cut their profit forecast as a result. Krispy Kreme is matching the price of a dozen donuts to the average U.S. gasoline price. That's at $4.16 a gallon, according to AAA. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
This is the owner of Trustmark Roofing, and nothing makes us happier than telling our customers no. As in, no pricing games. We give you a guaranteed price, and then we stand by it. No surprises, no gotchas. No obscurity. We don't just tell you what's wrong with your roof. We record our inspections and show you. No lemons. We install premium roofing materials from top brands like Owens Corning. No shortcuts. We're in the 2% of roofers with the Owens Corning Preferred Contractor Certificate for our local area. This means we offer precision installation and the longest warranties. Want a beautiful new roof that's built to last? Choose Trustmark Roofing, the roofer that loves to tell our customers no. For a free estimate, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Submerge yourself in the ultimate Wild West weekend. Relive the story of Billy the Kid, where it happened, on the most dangerous street in America. Living history, children's activities, plus revealing lectures and tours. Explore the historic site and see the last escape of Billy the Kid pageant. 3 performances with special guest Michael Martin Murphy Friday evening. August 5th, 6th, and 7th in New Mexico. As close to the real Old West as you'll ever get.
On Sunday morning at Country Club Road, we're going to talk about a difficult verse from James chapter 5. It goes like this: "The prayer of faith will save the sick." I've always wrestled with this verse, and here's why. I feel like I offer many prayers in faith for the sick around me, yet I don't always see the sick get physically well. There have been moments that I felt like I didn't pray hard enough, or maybe that my prayers were not coming from a deep, abiding faith that believed God could and would heal. After years of ministry, I've come to a different conclusion. God has heard and answered my prayer of faith. Sometimes his answer was a resounding yes, and I get to spend years with that person. Sometimes his answer was a difficult no, and I get to celebrate a life that was well lived. Oddly enough, he has always brought healing. I see healing from a different angle now, because the ultimate healing has nothing to do with this physical body that gets sick and everything to do with the soul that needs to be saved.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. The education assistance I received made it possible for me to be the first person in my family to go to school and graduate debt-free. That education helped get me to the first day at my dream job, a job that I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job, plus the other benefits possible from the Army National Guard, helped me become a first-time homeowner. Also, part of my role as a National Guard soldier means I know that I can be one of the first to respond and help my community if disaster ever strikes. I'm extremely proud that I get to serve my community, and that first step I took by joining the Army National Guard has made all the difference in my life. Talk to your local recruiter or visit NationalGuard.com to find out what firsts are available to you in the Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard, aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. A group of 12 or more cows is called a flink. If you have only 11 cows, that's called a lot of cow pies. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 8:56. Stay tuned next hour. We're going to be joined in studio by Alan Getty. He's, of course, many probably folks know him from Grace Community Church or his time on school board, but he actually has a book out now, and he's going to be talking about it next hour with us. The book's called Unless the Lord, a book about trusting the Lord through Psalm 127. It's, I'm assuming, going to be available there at Grace Community Church. It's available actually right now through Amazon. But we'll talk more about the book and what's going on with it and with Alan next hour. A couple things want to remind folks about here. Of course, the Roswell Community Little Theater, they've got their big Curtains Rising event this Friday, or Saturday. I'm sorry. The deadline is passed for RSVPing for that. However, their next show is right around the corner. It's August 12th, 13th, and 14th. And then again, August 19th, 20th, and 21st. It's their play called She Loves Me. And think of Who's Got Mail? If it's it's in that same vein, kind of a romantic comedy. Performance times are 7:30 p.m. Friday and Saturday night on the 12th, 13th, 19th, and 20th. And then a Sunday matinee at 2:30 on the 14th and 21st. Tickets are available right now at RoswellTheater.com. That's Roswell, TheAtre, like live theater.com. And that event is going to be a lot of fun. We'll have them back on to talk more about that show. But definitely want to check that out. And then don't forget, this weekend is Old Lincoln Days. Yeah, they've got the full 3 days of The Last Escape of Billy the Kid and pageant, which is going on. And then, of course, all of the Old Lincoln Days, all day Friday, all day Saturday, and Sunday in the beautiful village of Lincoln, New Mexico. Looking a place to cool off, you definitely want to check that out. But yeah, the pageant will be Friday, Saturday nights at 8 p.m. and then Sunday matinee at 3. Tickets for that you can get at the door. They're $10 for adults. Children 6 to 12, or I think $6, and kids under 5 get in free. But and you just pay at the door there. But we did get a call yesterday from a listener saying that it sounds like the National Park Service is going to be letting folks tour the courthouse and everything for free this weekend during Lincoln Days. You still have to pay to go to Fort Stanton, is what I'm understanding. But because if you're not familiar, if you go to Lincoln on a day that the Billy the Kid pageant and Old Lincoln Days isn't happening, National Park Service runs the courthouse and the visitor center. They're both on each end of town. The visitor center, you'll probably see first if you're coming from Roswell here, and then on the other end of town, which you can walk from one end to the other, it's not that far, is the courthouse there. And the National Park Service runs those during the time, and there's usually a fee to see the courthouse. But they also do a package deal where you can buy one ticket that'll get you into Fort Stanton and to Lincoln for one fee. I think Saturday they're going to be letting you into the courthouse and all that for free. But if you want to go to Fort Stanton, you'll still have to buy the ticket for that, which is very affordable and worth it if you get a chance to go, if you got some time. But you definitely want to check out The Last Escape of Billy Kid starting tomorrow night in beautiful Lincoln, New Mexico. All right, it is closing in on 9 o'clock. We're going to pause for some town hall news, and we'll be back on the other side of news. Like I said, Alan Getty will join us next hour, about 9:15, talk about his new book, his book he just wrote. So that's coming up next.
On air and online, this is Roswell's home for talk radio, KEND Roswell.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. A Russian court has convicted American basketball star Brittany Griner on drug charges. The next step is sentencing, which is expected shortly. Earlier, an emotional Griner apologized in court prior to the conviction.
I've never meant to hurt anybody. I've never meant to put in jeopardy the Russian population. I've never meant to break any laws here.
A Russian prosecutor is urging a 9.5-year prison sentence for Griner, and if that happens, it could set the stage for a high-stakes prisoner swap, an exchange that reportedly would involve notorious Russian arms dealer Victor Bout, currently jailed in the U.S. Communist China firing multiple missiles in the direction of Taiwan during live fire exercises in the Strait of Taiwan, what Beijing calls precision missile strikes coming on the heels of House Speaker Pelosi's visit to Taiwan. The BBC's Rupert Wingfield-Hayes in Taipei.
The main impact on Taiwan so far is that Taiwan is having to reroute a huge number of international flights and huge numbers of ships coming in and out of Taiwanese ports in the north and the south are having to be rerouted around these exclusion zones that China has declared, lasting for the next 4 days. So it is a major headache.
Taiwan's government warning businesses of possible mass cyber attacks by China in the coming days. Number of Americans applying for unemployment benefits continues to rise. Applications up by 6,000 last week, hitting 260,000. That's just about what analysts had been expecting. On Wall Street this hour, stocks narrowly mixed. Right now, the Dow is down 52 points, while the Nasdaq trading a fraction of a point higher, the S&P 2 points lower. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Charlie Dombeck here from Key City Capital. As a practicing CPA for nearly 30 years, I have found that 80% of your ability to grow your wealth is dependent upon two factors: taxes and investment performance. At Key City Capital, we improve investment performance by diversifying capital into off-market investment opportunities in passive rental real estate and alternatives like asset-backed lending. We recover dollars that clients unnecessarily pay in the form of income taxes, creating a lifetime annuity of savings. We are a sponsor of passive, affordable single and multifamily residential rental investments, which are located in Sunbelt landlord-friendly states. These investments are the top choices in a rising interest rate and inflationary environment. They represent a store of value, protecting your capital from market volatility. Learn how we at Key City Capital can help you ultimately grow your wealth rapidly. Connect with me at keycitycapital.com or give me a call at 817-912-1569.
The government's environmental watchdog sounding an alarm.
The Environmental Protection Agency is warning residents who live near medical sterilizing plants in 13 states and Puerto Rico about potential health risks from emissions of ethylene oxide, a chemical widely used in their operations. The EPA says 23 communities, including Laredo, Texas, Ardmore, Oklahoma, and Lakewood, Colorado, are at highest risk from ethylene oxide emissions. The EPA warning follows a recent survey of emissions data from almost 100 commercial sterilizers nationwide. Ethylene oxide is used to clean everything from catheters to syringes, pacemakers, and plastic surgical gowns. Keith Peters reporting.
An Indiana car crash has claimed the life of an Indiana congresswoman and several other people. Republican Jackie Walorski and two others in her vehicle, along with the driver of the other car involved in the crash, were all killed. Breaking news and analysis. Townhall.com. Afghanistan's Taliban government claims it did not know that a top al-Qaeda leader was living in the Afghan capital.
The Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan's Commission for Cultural Affairs had issued a statement condemning Sunday's drone attack on a residential home in Kabul. Today, the Taliban said they are investigating what they described as claims that al-Qaeda chief Ayman al-Zawahiri was killed. In a statement, the group says that it has no knowledge of al-Zawahiri's arrival and residence in Afghanistan. The Taliban had promised in the 2020 Doha agreement that they would not harbor al-Qaeda members or those seeking to attack the U.S., but U.S. officials say the home belonged to Interior Minister Ajuddin Haqqani, the deputy head of the Taliban, who heads the Haqqani Network, an insurgent group that's been fighting in the country since at least the Soviet invasion in 1979. Jennifer King, Washington.
And watching Wall Street, stocks are lower. The Dow down 67 points, while the Nasdaq is off 12 points. More on these stories. Townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tres Inviernos.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Buenos Thursday, everybody. Hope you're having a good one.
Yeah, welcome to it.
First day back to school. I know most of the kids are in class now, but don't forget, keep slowing, especially you got through the morning, but this afternoon it's going to be the same way, you know, around 2, 3 o'clock hours. The kids are going to start getting out of school, and the roads and everything in the neighborhoods are going to get filled with kids again. So
chaos will ensue again.
Drive safely. 'Tis the season.
Please.
We got make sure you should be doing it all the time, but particularly more so now that the kids are back in school and they're going to be out and about, running around and doing kid things in the streets. That's what they do. So you got to be the adult and be smart and drive.
Right.
Careful.
Just keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm sure parents are excited. Kids, some are, some aren't.
Get back to day drinking, you know, like it should be.
Right.
Crack open a good solid box of wine we've been sitting on. That Franzia that's been sitting on the top shelf.
Yeah. Well, you know, you do you now.
That's the whole point.
You get to go and watch. Although, I don't know. I told my wife this yesterday, and of course, her guilty pleasure got outed this summer about her liking
Days of Our Lives.
Well, I think they announced yesterday. I don't know if it came out yesterday or the day before. That I want to say beginning September.
Oh, they're going to say they're canceling it. Whoa.
Kinda. They're taking it off of NBC
and putting it on Peacock.
Putting it on Peacock.
Really?
Exclusively. Yeah.
Wow, that is kind of like a little death.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not daytime TV at that point.
Yeah, it's app on demand TV.
Wow.
For soap opera.
Yeah. Of course, that might be a baller move by NBC. I mean, if you think about it, because
are they gonna make me buy another app? Because I don't know if
you can,
I don't
you
have
can get a free
that.
version of Peacock.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just ad supported.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Actually,
good,
no.
man.
I think that the ad supported one's only like $4. But
Still, nothing
yeah,
I
but
gotta buy.
that's actually a good move by NBC because
Sure, I guess.
because Days of Our Lives fans are like militant
Yeah.
about their love of the show.
I wonder what kind of numbers they pull.
I'd love to know, but everybody I've ever talked to that likes
Can't
that
be
show,
that good though if they're pulling it off the TV.
I think they're doing it for a reason.
Yeah.
I think they're doing it to drive Peacock numbers. Because if that militant fan base can't get their daily fix of Days of Our Lives, they're gonna get the app.
Well,
So husbands like you are gonna have to pony up the $4 a month. But the good news is you get access to all that other premium content.
yeah.
Yeah.
All I'm just thankful for now it frees up another hour for another Kelly Clarkson like show to be on during the middle of the day. So God bless
Some
everyone
slightly
for that.
affable singer-songwriter from the 90s is going to get another show. Watch out for...
who's got, Drew Barrymore's got a show now. Kelly Clarkson has a show
Right.
now. Does Steve Harvey still have a
You know what?
daytime show?
I did hear that, what's his name? The guy... who's the fat kid in Stand By Me?
Yes. Oh, dang it.
See, it's because I tried to bring up the name.
Yeah.
Just left the head.
Yeah, he's got a show.
Yeah, he just got one, I think.
Well, he was like guest hosting a show, and then he got a
was
show.
guest hosting Wendy Williams.
Oh, that's right. And
Yeah.
now he's got his own show.
I don't know if he actually got Wendy Williams' show. I heard Wendy's getting taken off.
Oh, is she?
So he might have gotten her show.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
It's not exactly the same fan base.
Isn't he married to Rebecca Romaine Stamos
Yes,
or something?
he is.
Yeah.
No, he's married to Rebecca Romaine.
Yeah, she's still Rebecca Romaine Stamos
She
in my head.
de-Stamos.
In my head, she's always Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
I understand.
And quite frankly, if anybody's married to John Stamos, you want to hold on to that because that's a badge of honor.
Yeah.
John Stamos, by the way, looks still beautiful.
Amazingly.
What is he, 80 now?
I know black don't crack, but Greek is chic.
I don't know if he's just surgeried up or he's just
No, he's
fountain of
aging
youth.
perfectly. Like his laugh lines and smile lines are like perfect.
Got good genes.
Really does.
Yeah.
That Greek, I'm telling you.
Stamos. It is 10 minutes after 9 o'clock. Alan Getty going to join us here in just a little bit. He's written a book. It's called Unless the Lord, a book about trusting the Lord through Psalm 127. And it's available on Amazon and I would imagine at Grace Community Church here. But Alan's going to join us just a few minutes, talk about the book and talk about what's going on with that. So that's going to be here in just a few. Later on this hour, we'll get you up to date with the news of the local variety. And, of course, we'll also get you in your Wall Street business update and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. Hey, they mentioned it during local news, but in case you missed it, the city of Roswell would like to invite the public out to a meeting to discuss animal services. The city will be hosting a public meeting on August 16th to discuss concerns and share ideas for improvements for the city of Roswell's animal services and the animal shelter. They're looking to address any concerns and talk about potential ways to improve the services through animal control. It's expected the meeting will focus on questions recently expressed by a group of concerned citizens, as well as issues brought up by local animal rescue groups. All members of the public are welcomed and invited to come and participate in the discussion. Again, the meeting will take place August 16th. It'll be at the Roswell Convention and Civic Center beginning at 6 p.m. I think it's just a public. There's no talk of anything online or anything, but it may be. But I think they really want the public to be there and to express concerns and things. So I know I've seen a lot of people online expressing their concerns about what's going on over at the animal shelter and things like that. So I know that's fun to spew on Facebook because a lot of people do it. But if you want to get actual results to people that could actually fix the things you speak of, then you need to go to the public meeting and do it through the proper channels. So please attend the meeting on, again, August 16th at the Convention Center beginning at 6 p.m. All right, it is 13 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Another hot go of it for today, folks, with that high temperature making its way to about 100 or just above. We do have a chance for some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms primarily through the afternoon and evening, and then partly cloudy as the night goes on. Our overnight low to mid-70s. Any of those storms may produce some heavier rain. Limited rain on Friday, lots of sunshine coming in, highs upper 90s to near 100. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
Thank you, Jennifer. Currently 83 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 51%. Winds, a little breezy at the moment, out of the north at 14 miles per hour. The monsoons, rains and stuff, potential, anyway, continue for today at least. 20% chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. They say if we do get a storm, it could be severe in nature with heavy rain. Mostly sunny with highs near 100 today with north winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Monsoon rains chances bump up to 30% tonight, mainly before 9 p.m. Once again, if we do get a storm through the area this evening, it could produce some heavy rainfall. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 72 and southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For you Friday and Saturday, they're not talking rain. So 2 days of rain-free heat. Mostly sunny, highs right around 99 on Friday with north winds 5 to 10. Partly cloudy Friday night with an overnight low of 73. Saturday, mostly sunny, 99. Partly cloudy with an overnight low of 73 Saturday night. And then the rain chances back in the forecast Sunday and really most of next week looks like 20% on Sunday with a high of 97. 20% Sunday night with an overnight low of 72. And then just kind of looking at the week, next week, they're talking like anywhere from a 30 to 40% chance of rain with highs in the mid-90s most of next week. So maybe, just maybe, start to click towards fall instead of ramping up summer there. Maybe. It's New Mexico. That'll change quick, but maybe. All right, it is 9:15. We're going to take a quick minute and a half break here, and then Alan Getty will join us talking about his brand new book on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Over the next several weeks, we want to give you 5 key elements to a great marriage. This is taken from an article by Drs. Les and Leslie Perot. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smotherman for The Joy of Marriage. The first one is ownership, taking responsibility for the good as well as the bad.
1 Corinthians 11:31 says, judge yourself so you won't be judged. It's talking about the judgment of God, but it also applies to our relationships, especially the ones that are closest to us, like marriage. If you'll just take responsibility for your own actions, it's so much easier for our spouses not to have to point out and criticize us.
So we have to take responsibility for our actions and our reactions, our attitudes and our mistakes. You know, most people would learn from their mistakes if they weren't so busy denying them.
You aren't responsible for what your spouse does. You are responsible for doing your part. So just decide today to do your part and take ownership.
Pull! The 14th Annual Clays Crushers Sporting Clays Fun Shoot is set for Saturday, August 27th at the Eddy County Shooting Range in Artesia, New Mexico. Here's a great opportunity to compete and meet other shooters. There are 2 rotations, one at 9 and again at 1. $150 per shooter per rotation. Registration fee includes targets, lunch, gift, and a chance to win great prizes. For information, call the Artesia Chamber. The Clays Crusher Fun Shoot, Saturday, August 27th in Artesia, New Mexico. Ad paid by Eddy County Lodgers Tax. Sign up online at artesiachamber.com.
If you plug your nose, you can't tell the difference between an apple, potato, and an onion. Unless you open your eyes. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 17 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio, I guess some could say pastor, some, neighbor, school board, served on the school board as well.
Ex officiato.
But let's add another title, author. Alan Getty joining us in studio this morning. Good morning. How you doing today?
Good morning, Mike. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Good.
Doing great.
Good.
Well, of course, for folks who don't know, you do a lot of work over at Grace Community Church here, pastoring, mentoring to the folks there. How's life going there? And I know there are always 100 things going on at Grace Community Church. So
there are, but things are going really well. We're doing really well. Like all churches, we've kind of come out of this weird season, and we're it's good.
Yeah.
Things are good.
Well, and as churches should and do, Grace Community Church serves as a home for Roswell for many, not just for God and things, but the programs and various other organizations that share like-minded, values and things.
Absolutely.
But definitely, there's a lot of groups that call Grace Community Church home that in a technical sense aren't affiliated with the church.
Right.
But,
you have some of them. You have some of them that come on here sometimes.
So
right?
It really is a gathering place for the community as much as it is a place for worshiping God. Too.
Absolutely. So. Absolutely. I love that about Grace.
Yes,
it's one of my favorite things.
But so all through this, through all of that Alan, I guess you decided to write a book here, and the title of the book, which is available on Amazon, I'm assuming you can get a copy at Grace Community Church.
Yeah, Barnes and Noble, Apple Books.
Yeah,
it's everywhere you want to buy a book.
Everywhere, major outlet that you buy books from, that it's available from.
Exactly.
The book is called Unless the Lord. It's a book about trusting the Lord through Psalm 127.
Exactly.
So it's basically it sounds like it's giving the biblical reference and expanding on it, saying if you follow this is kind of some of this is God's keys to a happy life kind of thing. If you that's in essence what the book's about, right?
It is. It is actually in essence. That's exactly what the book is about.
Okay.
So it's I basically my story, and it's in the book, is I didn't know the Lord as a child. I didn't know the Lord until I was a teenager.
Okay.
And just sort of when I got married, my wife Tamara, she talked to me about this verse because I love to hunt.
Okay.
I just love to hunt.
That's your passion.
Yeah, it's like it's right up there.
I want to be in the woods when I'm not in church.
Yeah, exactly. And so and she showed this verse to me, and of course in the middle of this verse it says, "Happy is the man," it says, "whose quiver is full of children." And it was like the arrows, and I was like, "Oh yeah, hunter."
I can relate.
But as I read that verse over and over, and it kind of became our life verse.
Mm-hmm.
We would do things, and we would say, "No, this is what God wants us to do," and people would go, "You're crazy. God doesn't want you to do that." And we would go, "No, we really believe that." And we have just noticed, after 30 years of being married and 6 children and just life, that it's worked. It's not, we're not rich.
Sure.
We're not running around with millions of dollars, but
we're
happy.
Yeah.
And
that in and of itself, that's the real richness. I mean, you think about it. I mean, it's money obviously is something that, you can lead the world with the money here, but at the end of the day, it only gets you so far.
That's right.
It may get you the nicest car and the nicest house and the nicest things, but if you have no warmth, no heart, no nobody to enjoy that with, no one to share that with, and what good is it?
That's right.
That's
right.
And at the end of the day, I think that's the reminder. It's like, sure, work hard, earn money, but if you're not using it on people and sharing it with people and connecting to people, then what wealth do you have?
Exactly. And that is one of the things that I talk a lot about, is just the idea that, I grew up in a household where my parents worked very hard to make ends meet.
Sure.
Just to make ends meet. And so I grew up in this thought process that if I wanted more, I had to work harder. If I wanted more, I had to do this, I had to do that. And I met so many people that worked 60, 70, 80 hours a week. And then you realized that they were sad.
Mm-hmm.
And I started looking at it and I thought, in this verse and in all throughout the Bible, it talks about that regardless of what you do, God is still the provider.
Right.
And you could work 80 hours a week. God still is the provider.
Mm-hmm.
You may have worked it, but in the end, you could work 80 hours a week and your boss could look at you and go, I don't have any money. I can't pay you.
Sure, exactly. Yeah, you're right.
So that idea.
And that probably happens quite, more often than you think.
Right. It could happen.
Yeah.
Right. And so that idea of just sort of saying, okay, God, this is what I'm doing for you. And I'm going to allow you to provide for my family, provide for my health, provide for my children.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do anything. There's nothing I can do to protect, provide, or support my children. Because in the end, I have a daughter right now who lives in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
She goes to UNM. Sure, I can watch her when she drives home.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have this really cool device that I can do everything with. But in the end, if her tire blows or a deer pops out in front of her,
sure,
I can't protect her in that situation.
Right.
I have to totally depend on God to protect her.
Yeah.
And whatever
makes
happens,
sense.
I have to depend on the fact that it's good.
Sure. And at the end of the day, and this is, when we talk about God and free will and your ability to make your own choices, and at the end of the day, that's the only thing you really control is you're choosing to go one path or another.
That's right.
You surround yourself with family and raise family, and you just try to give them all the tools you can. But at the end of the day, you got to pray and hope that they choose to make those same decisions you want them to make.
That's right.
And that's where you're talking about. It's like, sure, you could build the biggest fortress in the world, but you can't make the people you love stay in it.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. And it is. It's hard to, even as a parent of 6 children, and now I have 3 adult children and 3 children at home now. And, I have one daughter that lives in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I have a grandchild in Lincoln, Nebraska. And I don't even get to see them that much. I totally have to depend on that. We were going over there to visit for Christmas one year. It was before they had the baby. And we get a phone call halfway there. Our daughter's going to the hospital because they hit a patch of ice and rolled over.
Ooh.
And, you realize just how not in control I am.
Yeah. And then I also, and this is where I go into, and this is where you can kind of get into the other, why would God want this or why would, but, we all, we're all on our tests, I think. You know what I mean? We're all here, trying to carve our own paths and do things the way we envision God, most of us want that life to be. And let's face it, we're humans. We make mistakes. We think, even if we think it's the most righteous or right thing to do, sometimes that's not the plan. But God gives us these tests to, I think, make us better and to give us the tools for what we're going to deal with later in life. I think that's kind of, in my heart, I think there's a reason for all that, even though we don't understand it or know. And this is where faith comes in, and this is, Christianity at its core. You don't know what's going to happen next. You just have the faith to know that God's got the plan, and He's going to take care of you when that time comes.
That's right, and that's a huge faith issue.
Yeah,
it is. And one of the things I say, not in the book, but just in general, is we're all on a journey, and that journey. One of the things I've really enjoyed, and I've been working at churches, but I've been at Grace now 11 years. And I think one of the reasons I just love being at Grace is because we just sort of say it's your journey.
Sure.
You know, we want to show you a purpose for your life. We're going to give you purpose, but how you do that is
we're
you.
giving you the tools, what you do with them. It's like, it's no different than, say, you go to train to be a mechanic and they give you the most awesome, expensive toolbox in the world. But if you don't fix cars with it, what good's that toolbox? You know what I mean?
Well, it can be really pretty.
Yeah, it makes great decor.
And put that in your garage and shine it up.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of, and so this book, it really, you know, obviously you're looking at through a family perspective and saying, you know, this is our key here. But I would probably say that the lessons taught here translate in all aspects of life.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, most of us, we all got to have work to earn income to support ourselves and our family.
That's right.
Those relationships, they can be very frustrating in times, and I think using some of these, you know, listening and reading this book and then going back and through the Bible and reading the verses and you have a better understanding. I think the lesson you're going to come from that is, like you said earlier, you can only control what you control. The rest are God's plan. You can make someone all day try to see your point of view on a particular issue at a job, but you're not going to change them. They're going to ultimately make that choice for themselves. When you understand and accept that fact, maybe you won't beat yourself up trying to make them convinced of your way of thinking.
Well, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And because, let's face it, we live in a world now where stress levels are at a high time, and people are going to react unrationally sometimes just because you're in a mental state where it's that fight or flight feeling, or you're backed into a corner. You always hear the most dangerous people are the ones you got backed into a corner. There's a reason for that, because they're unpredictable.
That's right.
And it's fight or flight, survival. And when you get in that mindset, I'm not talking, you know, but even though the argument, it's in the same ballpark here. Once you understand and realize, look, sometimes you just got to let that go and let them go on their path, and they're going to find out one way or another, you know, what you believe. And,
That's right.
And there is some point where you don't want to suck yourself down into the same, because at the end of the day, I believe if you go to that level, you're done. You're not respected. You're not going to be taken seriously, and all the good things you're trying to do are now going to be negated by that.
Right.
I think, you know, reading this book and will give you some of the guide and tools to understand, you know, the poker game. Know when it's time to be the lion, when it's time to be the sheep or be the lamb, you know, and
absolutely.
and I think that's life's lesson.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be times when God wants us to be the lion and be the leader. And then there's times he wants us to be the lamb and say, you know, follow the people, follow me, follow the ones that know where we're going here.
That's right.
And have trust in that. And
that's right.
That's Christianity in a nutshell. It really is.
It really is, man. I think one of the things I really, by the way, when I first decided I was going to write a book, I didn't think that by the end of it, I wouldn't like it very much. And I loved it, and I did. I think it's a great book, but I've read it so many times now.
Yeah.
And I see all the things I could have done better. But I hope that people really understand the meat of it is that, you know, if you just look at God and go, okay, Lord, I get that this was not how I wanted this to go.
Right.
But man, it's still really good. And you can begin to look at your life from not this idea of I wish it was better.
Right.
But it's good.
Yeah.
And life is good.
Well, and that's just it. You don't. I think it reminds you of the good things you have,
right?
Sometimes, because there is that. I'm just sweating profusely. It's getting this muggy getting here. I'm like, Eesh.
I'm getting there too.
Yeah.
Okay,
you're getting warm for you
Calm
too.
down,
Good. All
calm
right,
down.
making sure. Let's get the muggy back. That's why I'm not wearing headphones anymore. The mugginess is moving in, but so I'm kind of curious because you're talking about, you know, writing this book and you're reading it, and you know, we're all very critical of ourselves and things. I don't know how many times people come, is that how I sound like on the radio? I sound awful, you know. It's that same area
That's
where
right.
I think we think about that stuff. But but for you, so what? I mean, did you always have? Are you a writer to begin with? Like, are you someone that writes a lot in your personal life, or like, because it's a leap. You know, people. There's lots of people say, "Oh, I should write a book." Yeah, I should write a book. But then when it's time to sit in front of the keyboard and start typing, where do you start? Where do you go? How do you structure? So, like, what was that path for you? Was it something you had advice, experience to, or you just said, "I'm going to start pecking away and see what happens here"?
Well, I mean, going through one of the things about seminary is you do a lot of writing.
Yeah.
But I'm not a writer. I never envisioned ever in my life that I would write a book.
Gotcha.
But this particular passage, and I think I'm going to write more now. I feel pretty confident that I've written a book that can help people.
Sure. And obviously it's good enough for it to get published and I mean,
yeah.
So somebody agrees with you.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And so that's and trust me, in the book world, it's a lot easier now because you can do self-publishing and things.
Right.
But let's face it, to get a book, especially like available on all the platforms you have it on, that takes some people believing in you and doing and seeing what you're doing and saying so. So I think your instincts are right, and people will agree with you because now you have a book that's available worldwide.
Yeah, and that's really. Which, by the way, when you say that, just kind of floors me. Because when I first started writing it, it was kind of just the passion of the idea that what I did was I took stories, hunting, camping, kind of my life,
how you relate it, yeah,
and sort of related that to this idea of this very, very short passage. Probably as far as passages go that you would write a book on, you would want a lot more.
Sure.
But this was it. And when I decided to write it, I had my wife was tremendously supportive. Like for Christmas, before I wrote it, she bought me this little writer's box and a little recorder and some notes.
So she's doing all the stuff a spouse does when they're supporting their partner in their passion or pursuit or dream.
Yeah, she rocked it. Like
Nice.
It was just like, man, I really need. It was kind of like I came out of Christmas and went, I better write this book.
Yeah, she kind of lit the fire. It's like she bought all this stuff. I better do something with it. We're going to hear about this the rest of the marriage.
Exactly. And what I remember thinking is I didn't know where to begin. I didn't know how to start it.
Yeah.
And I had kind of a friend who has written a few books and he's more of an acquaintance. I shouldn't call him a friend, but we talk and I emailed him and I said, how did you start your first book? And he goes, I just started writing. He said, I set up a time every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to write. And he said, I started with 30 minutes and then it just moved from there.
Sure. Kind of like working out.
Right.
It's like start slow and then build yourself up.
Yeah, it is the same way. And so I just did. I just started writing. And I love to tell stories. Half of this book is just stories.
Well, and that's what people want, well, and I imagine that's how you relate to the message. Because we can all read Psalm 127 of the Bible. We don't need you to do that, you know what I'm saying? We can all do that.
Yeah.
But your stories, your interpretation of that and how you have applied it to your life, that's where the book is. And that's where you're saying, look, y'all read it too. This is how you do it. It's like you read it and you're like, well, what does that mean to me? And now you can see what it means to Alan here.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing you're going to read it and be like, you know what? I can relate to that. I can relate. Maybe you're not into hunting, but the things that happen in those adventures relate to other aspects of your life. The relationships. I'm sure there's stories with your family and hunting and things those
friends,
experiences.
Family.
You probably had very similar conversations with your loved ones. It may have just been in a restaurant or in your family room instead of out in the woods.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's, so I did, I just started writing and I would sit down and I would just write and I would write and I would go, and even as I wrote something, I would be like, oh, I should do this here.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would be really cool. So it is stories, but it's my stories. And then it's another story from the Bible that I feel like really hits on that.
Gotcha.
And because, Psalm 127 it's very short. It's 5 verses and that's it. And so, and even some of the verses are split up into 2 sections. But the idea was, I was like, man, this Bible story talks about this.
Yeah.
Ruth and Naomi, that works for this part of this. And Gideon, how it fits with protection and just all of those different things. And I'm like, what a cool thing. And that's what I did. And I just started at it. And then after, it took me about 7 months to write it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it took me another 3 months to edit it, my editing.
Right, before the editor.
Before I even sent it to the publisher and said, I submitted it to the publisher. And
did you use your wife or another family member as like your sounding board to read everything and kind of give you notes and critique and things?
Definitely, I would say I would talk to people about it.
Okay.
I didn't like, hey, read this.
Right.
They would have, but ultimately I was kind of.
That's why I kind of maybe your wife or someone.
Oh my gosh,
someone more intimate in your family or your household.
It was huge to talk through things that I was thinking and writing, like, because as I was writing, I would be like, wow, this is a big deal. Like, you wouldn't think about it, and I'm sure I had thought about it in my life. It was one of the reasons I wanted to write the book, but I would come to this point and I'd be writing and I'd be like, Tamara, you. Listen to this.
Yeah.
I was writing and this is what popped up.
Sure.
And then
it's almost like you were like, it was a feeling of, you were in control of your thoughts and everything, but sometimes when it's flowing, it's, you almost get in like an automatic pilot mode where maybe some of the other things you're not focused on and it's just you and the keyboard and your brain and even if you're does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
You get in that zone a little bit there.
Yeah, I felt there were times and Jesus comes into my life and as I'm writing this book, I just felt at certain times like I wasn't even writing it.
Like you're just the pen.
It was just the Spirit took over and there were things like my daughter read the book, one of the first people obviously my family, read the book pretty fast. And my daughter read the book and she sent me this quote from the book. She goes, "This floored me. I love this." And I don't remember writing it.
Yeah, you just kind of like.
I wrote that?
Yeah.
And I'm sure I've read it.
Sure.
And I've read it and I did write it, but I was like, wow, I didn't.
Well, and I believe our brains, we know a lot more than we realize we know sometimes. And it's just things I think, because, obviously in science and everything, we there's so little about the brain, I think, in the scheme of things we truly know. You know what I mean? I think we're just scratching the surface on that kind of stuff. But that being said, I think, there's stuff that comes in parts we understand where that is like, there's stuff here that we just don't realize it. We don't access it. And then, when the time's right, some would say maybe God opens that channel for you. Maybe it, whatever. Maybe something else triggered it. But whatever it is, something's triggering this other space. And I think,
that's right.
It's kind of like, when you get into hypnotism and they try to get, they use it as a tool to try to get you to remember something. Usually it's like traumatic events, things like that.
Right.
Stuff that your brain does to protect you.
Right, absolutely. Blocking things out.
Yeah, I think there's something else going on in there that it's like, we're going to store it and you may not need it now, but when the time's right, we're going to hit you with it. You know what I mean? I think that's something in that. And again, I don't understand it. We probably won't, but God does, and he seems to work that out pretty good.
Does, yeah.
So,
He does.
that's what I believe.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right.
So now that once you get basically a book, how do you go to the process of saying, I got a book? How do we get it on Amazon and everywhere else?
Well, that was the publisher.
Okay.
I
guess is it just pitching the book to as many publishers as you can and see what sticks?
I pitched it to one.
Oh, and it just
so they were like, "Yes, we'll publish your book."
So you didn't have to shop it. You get first crack and. Well, that probably speaks volumes for what you wrote. I mean, if the first person that you offer it to says, "I'll take it," that's a pretty good endorsement right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's really weird. I constantly felt like it was fake.
Mm-hmm. Right. You're waiting for like that fake lottery ticket, like $1 million, really?
Yeah,
and there's like, that's not real.
And then, because when publishers, at least as far as I know, obviously there's big publishers, right?
Sure.
Big publishers, big authors.
Yeah, the ones that write, publish Tom Clancy and Stephen King books all day.
They're on contract. Obviously, I'm pitching the book.
Yeah.
So there was some financial investment I had to make into it. I didn't think it was much, but I paid, I paid them to kind of do all of this.
Gotcha.
But I still only pitched it to one, and I didn't know if that was good or bad.
Sure.
It wasn't like I went to Zondervan.
Yeah, right. But I'm guessing that's standard operating procedure for anyone that's not John Grisham.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. You're probably right. Right. Like Rick Warren. They're like, right up. Please, let's. Yeah. So that was that, and I didn't have to. Once it was in their hands, it was really about me sort of approving their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a long process. So I started that August of last year was when they accepted it. When the publisher accepted it and said, we've got the manuscript. Here's your timeline. And they would send it to me and I'd have to read it and go through their edits. They would edit it. We're not talking about, it was funny. You would think it was just grammar, like, oh, well, you need a comma here and this should be a period. But sometimes it wasn't. It was like, most readers don't like it when you say stuff this way.
Okay.
It was like,
so they were phrasing and things.
Really going through, and they would highlight, and I would have to go through, and then I would send that back and be like, okay, I like this edit. I don't like this edit. I like this edit.
Did they give you some talking? Like if you did disagree with an edit, would you have the ability to fight for it?
Yeah. Oh,
gotcha.
Yeah. They would say, I would say, this is why I said that. And they would go, oh, well, that makes sense.
Okay.
We see where you're headed with that.
So once you explain your logic to them, they're like, all right, now I get the, okay.
Yeah.
But, so it wasn't like Gestapo, you must change that to he and this for we won't publish it.
Right. Well, and it was really cool is they would say stuff like, here's why we think this.
Okay.
So we get what you're saying, but we think if you just phrased it this way, it flows better. And I'd be like,
let's face it, they've been probably publishing books a lot longer. You've been writing them, so they probably do know that. So
so that was that, and then of course everything they did, it was really them. I mean, even like now it's when they first started, like, hey, your book's done, and I was like, yay, and then they're like, but it's not totally done. Like we still have some other things to do, so we have to do a press release, and we have to do this, and we have to do that. So as they were just going through that process, they just said, and this is when it will really be published. And it really, just like this week, I got the email that said, your book is now fully published.
Nice. So really, first of the month here, it's kind of all starting to come up to the world here.
But I've had the book for months.
Yeah.
And I've been giving it out to people, and
so locals have got the first crack at it.
Yeah,
here,
well, especially Grace, obviously, right?
Yeah.
I had a book signing kind of thing where I was like, hey, if you guys buy a book for this price, I will sign it and send it off, and you get it. You will get it as soon as I get them.
Oh, cool.
And so that was kind of cool for Grace because let's be honest, Grace had to support it too.
Absolutely.
Obviously. Sure. Rick and the deacons and everybody had to be like, no, Alan, we're going to give you this time.
And at the end of the day, even though, you're your own man and your own thing, your actions and what you do, because people know you as part of the Grace family and everything else, by default, you're kind of a representative of the church and the outside. Whether you wanted that or not, that's what it is.
That's right.
So especially when you're writing a religious book, they're going to want to make sure that it jives with what they're saying, too.
Right. Exactly. Absolutely. Very true. Very, very true. Yeah.
So, yes, they're going to, and obviously Rick and everyone else was like, Alan, this is perfect. And they hit the ground running with you. And here we are today with the book, and it's on Barnes & Noble and Amazon and everywhere that you can find paperback books today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really cool.
Yeah. So, please, now we got to ask, when's the copy going to show up in our public libraries and everything? Hopefully it'll be pretty quick.
Right?
Maybe we can check out. Maybe wait a little bit so we can sell some copies. But after a time, let's put a free one in the library for
I can put a free one in the library. I give them out. I didn't even.
Sure.
That's the weird part about it is I'm like, how does it work now?
Yeah.
do I? And so that was why I kind of was
and
like.
I think at least from my understanding is, where now you have to become the promotion machine.
Right.
And again, John Grisham and those guys, they've got a whole team of people that do that. But a first-time author, you got to go and go door to door and hawk your book, basically.
Right. And that's basically, so the cool thing the publisher did is they sent out basically a promotion booklet, and they had several other options in there, but they just said, here's what you do. And so that's what I started doing. And so that's why I sent you an email and, the paper did a little thing in the Visions, I think a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
They called and said, hey, we'll do that for you. And so, So I'm going to just start doing that now.
Okay. You going to do some book signing events or something at the church or maybe somewhere in town here?
Once I get really moving, I want to do that as well. I started, I have a website now, unlessthelord.org.
Okay.
Somebody can go there and buy the book through that as well.
Perfect.
But also there's some other things on there. I have a podcast.
Oh, great.
Unless the Lord, all of it.
It's all connected.
You can get the idea.
Yeah.
So I have
it's like The Shack. Remember when The Shack came out and there was The Shack everything?
The Shack everything. So I was like, man, I should get some T-shirts. Little license plate ring. So I'm really trying to do that. I've had the podcast for a while now.
Okay. But, of course, that probably covers, everything from God, but I imagine even probably covers some of the stuff you cover in church on Sundays and Wednesdays.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, I talk about everything. Like a couple weeks ago, I looked at the front of my hood and there were dirt spots on the hood, and I thought, man, when we talk about being washed by the blood of Jesus, I wonder how many times we just get sprinkled and we just leave all the dirt everywhere because we didn't really accept that grace. And I was like, oh, that's a good podcast. So that's what I do. That's how how I come up with my stuff. But yeah, I'm just sort of like this idea of unless the Lord has become a mantra. Like, kind of like for me anyway, remember when the bracelets came out, what would Jesus do? Of course, that was a big hit.
Yeah.
Kind of that idea, like, unless the Lord is in this, I don't know that I want to do it.
Sure.
And that can be a big question I have to ask myself. And I think it'd be cool if we started asking it like, wow, unless the Lord is in me honking my horn and giving this guy the finger, should I really do it?
Right.
And I mean, I'm a pastor. I don't flip the bird.
But you feel it.
But I felt it, right?
Yeah, you want to.
I thought about it.
You are a human being, and you get angry or frustrated or happy just like every other human being on the planet. You react accordingly. And that's kind of at the gist of what I was talking about earlier, that a lesson in the book is at the end of the day, that person that cut you off, and here's the thing, they don't care that you want to flip the bird or anything. It does no good.
Nope.
Maybe for a tenth of a second you feel good about yourself. Like, yeah, I got that guy. But then afterwards, you're like, then about an hour later, you're like, I think I sounded like a child there. That was kind of dumb. And you regret it,
Right. And in our world today, I mean, Mike, you know this.
Yeah.
It's ugly. And people are ugly to each other, and people are mean to each other. And I think, if I could have even one person read my book and go, you know what, I'm just gonna follow this idea and be nice, and love people. I don't have to love everything about you, but I can love you.
Sure.
I mean, come on. And if we're nice, this world changes.
Well, and at the end of the day, I think that's God's message. When we talk about it, we're all God's children. Love God's children.
Yep.
If God's children do wrong, that's God's job to take care of. You know what I mean? Sure, we can guide, try to change people and try to mentor them. But at the end of the day, it's God's plan.
That's right.
God's judgment. We don't judge. We're not the ones to judge. There's a lot of verses and quotes in the Bible telling us we're not the ones to judge. You just love.
That's right.
And let him take care of the judging.
That's right. Love God, love people. And I feel like, man, when the publisher does the back cover, which I thought was interesting, because I read it and I'm like, man, I'd like to write like that. But I just think that when I read the back cover, I said, I want to read my book. You know, how,
it enticed you,
right? Like
yeah, this is a good thing.
The culture around us, the things that are going on in the world today can just drive you right down, man.
Yeah.
They can beat you up if you dwell on those things.
Absolutely. And that's why you got to let it go sometimes.
That's
and
right.
Say it's God's plan. I can control what I can control, and what I can't, I got to let go.
Yeah, and and let him deal with it and be happy.
Yeah.
And treat people well. And I don't see how that's a bad thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm just like, it's good.
Yeah. Doing good for people is never the wrong decision.
That's right.
Yeah. For folks just tuning in, Alan Getty's joining us here. The book is called Unless the Lord, a book about trusting the Lord through Psalm 127. It's available on paperback everywhere you get books, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, or if you just come on down to Grace Community Church and we can get a copy there for
That's
you.
right.
And obviously be on the lookout for book signings and things. But, of course, if
That's
you want
right.
to get a signed copy, and Alan be happy to
Oh, man, just
take order of all that
call the
stuff.
church and let me know.
Yeah.
I'll come to your work.
Yeah.
Sign it. Also, it's ebook, too. So.
Oh, good. So if you want to do down your Kindles and all that stuff,
Kindle,
it's available
Apple,
and all that.
iBooks, yep.
Yeah, good deal. Those are great. Another great way. I like Kindle in some instances, but sometimes I want the book.
Sometimes it's just nice to have
You
it in
need
your
the
hand,
old,
right?
but I
That's
can
right.
appreciate the convenience of a Kindle, especially on vacation or something like that. And you want to lug a bunch of books. It's a godsend.
There you go. There you go. Absolutely.
Speaking of Grace Community Church, they have an event we do want to put on people's radar here. Of course, back to school is today.
Yeah.
Kids are going back to school here, and of course, Grace is celebrating.
That's
back to
right.
school.
I got this guy from his name is Dr. Dan Bellamy, and he'll be at the church on the 12th.
Okay.
Friday the 12th.
Which is next Friday. Yeah, next Friday.
Yeah, at 6 p.m.
Week from tomorrow.
You can go to McDonald's, eat your dinner, and come and watch this guy. And he does inflatable stories. So what he does is he does balloon and I mean, I know that video probably doesn't see the little pictures, but if you see, there's like little humans. He's
they
done
are
all
balloons. Okay.
They're all balloons.
Does he make those like
he
the balloon
makes
animals?
them on stage.
They're very elaborate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's fun. He's
Okay.
going to be really good. And it's totally free. We're going to have bins out for Harvest Ministries.
Okay.
Bring your non-perishables.
Sure.
We're going to load up the food banks.
And they can always use your help more.
Oh, my goodness.
The summer months are leaner months for them. And
Right.
good news is back to school is going to help them, but they need help right now.
Yeah.
Bring as many canned goods or non-perishable as you can.
Absolutely. And it's not just for kids, it's for the family.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to see
That
this.
sounds
how
like
he does
fun.
with balloons.
Well, and like you said, the picture doesn't do it justice, but to me it looks like he's recreating Sesame Street character, like that caliber of quality of when you see Big Bird and Bert and Ernie on the screen. It's that caliber of quality, but it's all balloon.
Yeah,
it's all the
balloons.
little long balloons that look like hot dogs. They keep folding up into shapes and whatnot.
Just insane.
Yeah.
So,
And obviously he's probably got a message through all of that.
Yeah, he does, and it's going to be really good. It's going to be a lot of fun. The kids will enjoy it. He gets the kids involved some ways and parents, and so it's free.
Yeah, it's a free
and
event.
you know what? It's an event. It's a group event.
Yeah.
Come and enjoy hanging out together on Friday night.
And you won't miss football. The high school's not a couple weeks
not
away before
started yet,
Friday night
man.
football. So you got a couple weeks.
And I have to do that. My son's playing football, so I know on
he's
Friday
on the
nights
team
are
this
busy.
year? Good deal. Good deal. So I bet he's excited.
He is. Well,
Good.
he's still JV, but he has to go to all the games. So
Well, and it's the progression.
That's right.
His year's JV. Next year he'll probably be on the varsity team and going through the motions and
That's right.
going to that next level here.
That's right.
So
That's right.
It's growing. Just like
it
we
is.
all do.
Everything is. Yep.
But again, the book one more time. The book's called "Unless the Lord," a book about about trusting the Lord through Psalm 127. It is available through Amazon, through Borders Book, all the
Barnes and
Nobles, all the
everything.
national outlets that you can get books, and of course locally here, Grace Community Church, you'll find them there. But you can get them online, get all of that stuff, and of course. If you'd like to learn more about the church and everything else, come on out to a Sunday morning service.
Absolutely. 9 o'clock, 10:45.
Yeah.
Right there on 935 West Mescalero, next to the big park. So I always tell people there's a big park and there's a big building.
Yeah.
Go to the big building.
That's right. Or, go to the park and then walk on over.
That's
Whatever you
right.
want to do, but it's right there.
And we have something for all ages. I mean, we do everything from 0 all the way up to 100.
Yeah.
We've got something for you on Sunday morning. So, yeah, that'd be great.
Absolutely. And
Come on
then
out.
don't forget, next Friday, the 12th, is their big back-to-school event for free. What time is that?
6 o'clock.
6 p.m.
6.
And come out and share the gentleman's name again.
His name is Dr. Dan Bellamy.
Okay, and he's going to be doing, obviously telling some message and stories,
Right.
but at the same time making balloon animals that are going to probably blow you away. So.
That's right. That's right, Mike.
No pun intended there.
I didn't even think about that. Good job.
I didn't either until I said it. Until I said it, I was like, oh, yeah, there's a pun there. Didn't mean it.
Awesome.
Good deal. Al, is there anything we didn't get a chance to cover? Anything we skipped or
I think
just
we
missed?
got it, man.
Good deal. Well, thank you, and can't wait to have you back, and keep us updated too.
I
Like
will.
when and if another book's on the
I
horizon.
will definitely
here,
do that. If
and,
I do a book signing here in town,
and if this thing turns into Shack 2. Because to be honest, that was a very grassroots thing with a book and a man much like yourself who wrote this story and
Such a great book.
And then it turned into a phenomenon, you know. And who knows? Maybe this is that one.
Maybe. I'll go with a few copies sold.
Well, if you get too big time on us, we'll know.
That's right.
Well, thank you, sir. We appreciate it. We'll see you next
Thanks
time.
a lot,
okay?
Mike. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
All right.
It is 9:57. Quick break before we go. Don't go away.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. More Americans signed up for unemployment last week, with applications rising by 6,000 to 260,000. That is in line with what economists were expecting. The Labor Department's jobs report for July is due out tomorrow. America's largest retailer is trimming its workforce.
Walmart is laying off workers as inflation cuts into their profits. Around 200 workers on the corporate level will be shown the door, while store employees are safe for now. Walmart says rising fuel and food costs were affecting customers' ability to spend, which leads to the store doing more markdowns to move merchandise. Tasha Stevens reporting.
The Bank of England expects the UK's economy to enter a recession at the end of the year. To tame accelerating inflation, the bank hiking interest rates by the largest amount in more than 27 years. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing here, and I can tell you it's not always easy being a female in a male-dominated business like roofing. I remember one time I was at a meeting to bid on the roof for a local college, and it was me and 13 men. Well, I won that bid, and I'd like to win your business too. My dad was a contractor, and I've been around building and roofing my whole life. I'm licensed and bonded, and I've forgotten more about roofing than most roofers ever knew in the first place. But what really sets Trustmark apart is an obsessive attention to detail that ensures that everything goes smoothly the first time. I promise we will treat you right with respect, and we will make you happy. So yeah, it might be a bit odd for a woman to own a roofing company, but give us a try. Let us give you an estimate for your roof. I think you'll be glad you called. For all your roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Martine's Capital Cafe in Roswell offers authentic and highly rated New Mexico food. Explore their amazing menu featuring huevos rancheros or asado with eggs or their green chili stew. And you can't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger, all made from scratch using their finest and freshest ingredients. Open for carryout with curbside delivery or limited dine-in. Just call ahead 624-2111. Martine's Capital Cafe, always pleasing the most refined palate. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th in Roswell.
You can't hunt camels in Arizona, but you can buy them. They go for about $10 a pack. Here's Mike Winters.
And that's going to do